be full. Where's my shit? All right, switch channels. All right, Wednesday night. Who can hear me? Is it live? Unit 91, come in 91. Unit 91, come in 91. The brunch hour. Boom, 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 boom. Guantanamera. What's this channel called? The Happy Hour? Nahidan Guantanamera. Alright. What's this channel called? The Happy Hour? Nahidan Guantanamera. Alright. Audio's good. What's up, Rex Steele? What's up, Jay Reynolds? Elementary Bruca. Uh-oh. Audio's good. What's up, Rex Steele? What's up, Jay Reynolds? Elementary Bruca. Problems every week. What's up, Jay Reynolds? Alright. Hold on, dudes. We're going to figure this out as we go. God, that sounds like shit. Let me reload it. Alright. Hold on, dudes. We're going to figure this out as we go. Is it just blown out or something? We're going to figure this out as we go. God, that sounds like shit. Let me reload it. What up, Mike Brady? Alright, hold on, dudes. What the fuck? Alright, here we go. We're going to go to... No shit.
Come on down!
Hello. This might work. This might work. All right. This might work. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Good Lord. Jeez Louise. All right, let's get naked. Good brute. Oh. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh. Jeez Louise. All right, let's get naked. Good brute. Oh. What's going on, Trent? What's going on, everybody? Goose Frabo, what's up, man? All right, that wasn't so difficult. Do I have my, have these? Get over here! What's up, man? Do we have these? All right, that wasn't so difficult. Do I have my, All right, we're back. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? That was my dad trolling me. What's going on, Elementary Bruco? How's everyone doing? James Marshall, what's up? Braj Show. Yeah, I got a haircut, dude. I look like Phil and Lil from the Little Rugrats when it's all dialed in. But it's got to be dialed in to be dialed in. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Good to see everybody here. HB Dale, what's up? Let's go from the top. Chris Vodka. Lex Steele, what's up, Braj? Lex Steele, shout out to him. Always the first dude to comment on the Homebrew for Life videos. And there's a new Homebrew for Life video. It is how to clean your beer line pretty much the commercial way. That's how I learned it at Booze Brothers. And I don't think a lot of homebrewers do it with caustic. I think a lot of people do it still with just PBW and hot water. That's cool. It's not going to be as gnarly as caustic at all. But there's really no right or wrong. So let's get this going. Cheers to you guys. I'm just drinking my wort right now. This is my future black lager. It's probably about 3%. It's not going to go that much higher. It's a nice diet beer. Tastes great. Looks great. That's that Cinnamar that we were talking about. Phil and Lil. Yeah. What's going on? We've got some stuff written down. Trying to take this thing a little bit more serious. Shout out to Elementary Brewing. He's coming on the broadcast. We have no broadcast this week. Elementary Brewing's coming on. That is Brian. Brian, what's going on, Braj? Apartment Brewer. Steve out there in the East Coast. Been there, tap that next week. They're up there in Canada, if I can read my handwriting. And as always, welcome to Wednesday night. If you guys have any questions, just throw them in the chat. If you guys, doesn't matter if you've been brewing for 10 years or you're starting out doing your first extract batch. There's no egos here. Egos are the only thing that we're allergic to here. So shout outs, hit some buttons.
Come on down!
What's going on? That's my dad, Paul Hardy. Troll him in the chat. Tom Ellen, what's going on, Braj? How are you? What's going on, Nick? Como estás? HB Dale. I'm not afraid of caustic. Chris Palmer's not afraid of caustic.
Do you like the Elton John song Rocket Man?
Yeah, and I pulled a lot of clips from that video that I just made, and Hollywood has a lot of fun with chemicals. That stuff does happen, but it's not going to happen instantly. I did get a couple chemical burns on my wrist, elbow, upper arms, but I have gotten those from Starsin as well. You know, anybody who's worked a bar, you've got the 3 sinks, the 3 compartmental sink. The one on the left is detergent. The one on the right in the middle is hot water. And the one in the middle is hot water. And the one on the right is probably not Star San, but it's sanitizer. Some food grade. And if you've got that middle water that's too hot and you go from rinsing it into the sanitizer, you're equally just going to cut your shit up. And we all have different epidermises. I have friends that do not get poison ivy or poison oak. I brutally get it. I'm going to die from poison oak. I've got weird skin. I've always got some weird rash going on. Keep that between us. What's going on, everybody? Justin Wilbanks, what's going on? Tom Manning, Marco Esquindolas, what's going on, you brungy? Caustic is your friend. Caustic is your friend if you are good with kegging, if you're good with
turning off valves and releasing pressure and tightening lines, hose clamps, flathead screwdrivers, yada, yada, yada. We were supposed to have somebody on from Genius tonight, but I don't think it's just going to happen. We tried to get one of the barrages on, Trent. He's on vacation. He's in here, but he doesn't have his setup with him. Raul, I think he's traveling too. Hell Brews, but it's all good. We got some stuff written down. Shout out to Trent. Put out a video this week. It was talking about myths in brewing, and I'm going to play off that. We're going to talk about that because there's a lot of myths, and he did a good job talking about how when you first get into beer and you're brewing, there's a big game of like telephone or code. Somebody tells you something and you think like, that's law. That's the only way it can work. And then as you progress and see stuff with your own eyes and your own ears, it changes up a little bit. So got some stuff to talk about. One of the main things I wanted to talk about really quick, what we're going to go through, how to get into the beer industry, as production, how to get a job in the beer industry as entry-level production. Couple of YouTube channels we came across this week. Check them out. Prost with Peter. You guys might know him. You guys might not know him. He might be in here. Probably not. Prost with Peter. And then Meso Things. He started a channel. Meso Things. He'll be in here. He's always in here. Meso Things. Meso Honey. Meso Honey. Let's reload this a little bit. Whoa. Brew Mill Tony, what's going on, man? What's going on, you brunch? I was talking to Trent about this the other night, or I was texting some people. There's a dude that has a craft beer YouTube channel where he wears a ski mask. And I found it at one time.
Back off, war child, seriously.
I found it at one time, and now I cannot find the channel. And I just wanted to give him a shout out because he does a beer review channel. Beer review, it's kind of like, like an unboxing video. It doesn't really take too much research or yada, yada, yada. But he wears a ski mask, and it's funny as hell.
You better work this time. Who's in here? Somebody help me out. Where's my audio? Virtual happy hour.
I'm getting 2 audios now. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Is this on? Can people see me naked? What's playing right now? Somebody watching? Am I even on the right channel? All right, virtual happy hour with CH. Let me know how my audio's sounding. Good, what's bad, ugly, fugly. What is going on today?
What up, Matto? What's going on, brother? We're gonna work out some kinks together right now. Let me get up on that big screen really fast. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. How are you? What's up, Josh Schultz? How are you? There's no more tonight. It's just us.
It is from the past.
What's going on? Welcome to the chat. How are you? What's up, Josh Schultz? How are you? There's no more tonight. It's just us.
Acid Flashbacks is right.
Do I look shittier? Fatter? Sad hour.
Acid Flashbacks is right.
Sounds okay. I can work with that.
I think we got rid of it.
Hope everybody's well. Well, let's get the chat going up here. So we're going to get...
I think we got rid of it. Hello? Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room.
Take care of Gina's Brewing. That's on my shit list.
Hello?
Gina's with in San Diego.
Oh, I got it. I know what's up. All right, now we're good. Okay. I know what's going on. Okay, we're good. That was I got it. I know what's up. Okay, we're good. We're all square. Sorry about that. I know what's going on. Okay. We're going to get through this together with Chris Vodka. He's here in spirit. Jonathan Elliott, what's going on, you brunch? What's going on, everybody? Crushed it on my brew day Sunday. Went for a 7.4 and got a 4.7. That doesn't sound like you crushed it at all. Can we hold hands and skip? Yes. Yeah, Prost with Peter and Meso Things. Check them out, Meso Things. He actually sent me beer. He's out there in Aurora, Colorado, home place of Wayne's World. Wayne's World, I think so. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are drinking tonight. Let's crack some beers. Drink your wort. Drink your wort/beer. If you're doing the non-alcoholic thing, pour it down the drain. But yeah, Trent had a good video talking about myths in beer, myths in homebrewing, and it's changed a lot and fast from when I got into it back, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, my old house on Lake San Marcos. Do I have anything written down? Let's get this out of here. Let me clean up my desktop. Let me clean up my box. Traditional homebrewing myths, tactics, strategies inspired by the Brew Show. You hear all this stuff. You read all this stuff. You think it's law. You think it's code. But after you brew your 15th, 20th batch, you start kind of figuring things out for yourself, and you start kind of thinking outside the box a little bit. What happened here? Damn alternative universe. I know, man. Arno, what's going on? Thelonious, what's up, you brunch? Tequila less margs. That sounds like straight sugar. Yeah, generally, Trent, I either play off somebody else's video, or if somebody has a really good question on Homebrew for Life, I'll take it, and they're pretty much the writer. Like, if they have a good question and it's a general question and not too niche, I'll write it down, and this is kind of, myths in homebrewing and how to get into the beer industry. So here we go. 5 or 6 myths from when I got into the brew industry to now was step 1, chug a beer, NBC.
Major Beer Show!
Good form. What's up, Tiny Brewery? What's going on? All right, we're finally caught up. There's no more ghosts. I can hear myself. I can hear everything coming in through here. Is that Matt Kaiser? Is that the Matt that's on? Matt, is that you from Genius Brewing? Are you the Matt that sits in between Peter and Tim that you're supposed to come on tonight? Do you have everything set up? Matthew Kaiser 310. Finishing off a glass of wit I made, then off to bed. Probably not. Probably a different Matt. Peter texted me. What is this Matt's name? What is this boy's name? Here's Hell Brews. What's up, you brungy? There's another Matt Weiser. Oh, there's a Matt Weiser and a Matt Kaiser. Okay. We'll scrap that. False alarm. Too many Matts. Kaiser, Weiser. Taser. Laser. Blazer. Yeah, I caught it. What's going on? What's going on, Ben Harris? How are you, Barrage? Thanks for the comments. He's always showing us love on the YouTube channel. So traditional homebrew, old wives' tales. We made a video on the glass fermenter thing one. Copper wort chillers. 5, 6 years ago when I got into brewing, everything was copper wort chiller. And it was a bummer because it's more expensive than stainless steel, which doesn't check out at all, which doesn't even make sense at all, because all of the all-in-one beer kits that they sell now, Anvil Foundry, I think the Grain Father has like a counterflow, but everything else they sell you a stainless steel wort chiller, and it doesn't make sense. Why would we be able to brew in stainless steel, but we weren't allowed to put stainless steel wort chillers in there? I don't know why, but people used to tell me that you had to use copper for whatever reason. Copper it looks gross. It turns green. It gets gunky. There's a lot of different ways on how to clean it. Some people just put it in star sand. People say putting it in star sand will actually eat away at the metal, and it will over time, but it'll also make it look clean. I pretty much only use stainless steel chillers at this point. Stainless steel is cheaper than copper. I don't even think my pre-chiller would even fit in my anvil foundry. I need to have a big kegel for that. So anybody who tells you copper wort chillers, no. My last 50 batches of beer have been stainless steel. And if you can brew in a stainless steel kettle, why would you not be able to cool down your wort with stainless steel? I don't think any of those all-in-one brew systems use copper. It's too expensive. Copper costs more. I don't know. I don't know what anybody's take on that is. And if you guys have anything to, chime in with that, throw that in the comment section. What's up, Tom Alvarado? What's up, you brunch? Eric Lane? Ryan Witt, what's up, dude? I use a copper chiller for my pre-chiller. I use a 50-foot 3/8 inch. It's badass. If you can get that thing submerged with 40-degree water, you're going to cool down really fast. And then inside my wort is my stainless steel one. It's just a little pinner one. It's probably about less than 1/4 inch inner diameter, whatever comes with the anvil foundry. Yeah, it's probably like 3/16. But the pre-chiller gets it going. I mean, I can cool down super fast with that thing. Myth number 2, and I still argue with brewers about this, is glass fermenters over any other fermenters. And I'll tell you straight up right now, again, we've done a video on this, but glass is the absolute worst. Not only is it the worst, there's this myth that glass doesn't scratch. Glass brutally scratches. I've left super hot shit in there. I've left super hot, PBW, OxyClean, Star Sand. And when I hit it with a brush, and then the next day I looked at it, it was scraped to shit. It's a nightmare to clean. It's the most fragile thing on planet Earth. And you know what? Everything scratches. Stainless steel scratches. If you're hitting it with super hot water and you've got a steel wool brush or something, you're probably going to scratch anything. Obviously plastic. But glass and stainless steel, they scratch. So, everybody read the book and it was like, you got to use glass fermenters because everything else scratches and it harbors bacteria. It's like, no. Even if it did and your plastic did scratch, couldn't your Star Sand still get in there? It's liquid. Is there secret spots that it can't go to? I don't know. Definitely thing of the past. Of the past. Any fermenter that doesn't break, easy access to clean. I can clean it with a hot water and a sponge. Don't use steel wool. That's a good fermenter. But I've scratched the shit out of stainless steel. So we'll put a video on that. I'll put a video on that in the chat. But glass is the last. Here's the thing when you want to use glass. If you want to do, I guess maybe like a barley wine or you're putting something down for a very long time. I don't know what it's like putting down fermenting in plastic for months on end. I wouldn't think it's going to extract a little bit of whatever is in that plastic, the PVC or the petroleum or just whatever. But I don't do that. I don't make wine. I don't ferment in wine. So if you're using beer, if you're just making beer, never use plastic. Never use glass. I'm sorry. Never use glass. Store sours in glass. What do you mean? Like barrel aged glass? Glass aged. Glass aged. I can't give my glass fermenters away. I can't give this shit away. Another thing that might be subjective, but when I first got into brewing, I always wanted to buy my fittings, my ball valves and stuff at Home Depot because they're cheaper, but they're brass. And I used to think that was a big frowned upon. But then I used to pick up secondhand brewing equipment from like really good brewers, really good commercial brewers. I used to pick up, I think I bought some stuff off Maury where something, the thermometer, the ball valve was brass. And if these guys are using it and these guys are making their livings using it, I'm going to use it, you know? And a lot of people put out content on the internet just to like put out content, you know, just to have like a scare tactic to like, you know, something that we'll read and stuff. But I don't currently have any brass, but I've used brass on probably 10 batches. I'm very particular with my sense of smell and my palate. Never had a problem with brass. Never had a problem with brass. The thing about brass is that I think ball valves are cheaper than they used to be. Like when I first got into brewing, I'm sure you guys can agree. It felt like everything was more money. Like everything costs more. Like a mash tun was $200 or a stainless steel 304 ball valve, half-inch ball valve was like $29.99. Now if you go on Amazon, for whatever reason, it's like $15. It's like $15. You don't even need to buy that brass anymore. Back when I wanted to buy that brass is because it was like half the price. But I don't know if the industry is struggling. I don't know if it's a COVID thing. I don't know if it's on the rise. All I know is that I think I know what I'm talking about. I think everything's cheaper now. I don't know. Let me know about that. Eric, you feel me? Eric Lane, is everything cheaper now? Besides like grain and hops and recipe development stuff. But as far as like, I remember when I first got into brewing, I looked at a mash tun with just a PVC pipe little sparge arm, and it was like $250. And I was like, whoa, I'm going to buy this. Because I didn't even think to myself like, oh, I can make this for half the price. But I remember at Mother Earth Brew Shop, it was like $225 for a 10-gallon water cooler. And I remember like thinking like, I'm going to buy this. There's only one. I'm going to put this on credit. So I don't know. I don't think you need to buy brass anymore. Maybe if you're just your availability, you cannot get it. You cannot get stainless steel and brass is your only option. I would most certainly use it. So let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Let me see if China stainless steel is cheap. Delonius Monk, any item with a hobby attached to it is more expensive. Same thing with camping stuff. Fair enough. Yeah, for sure. The old crab cooker, we Jimmy rigged that pretty well. Camping poop towel, $30. Generic poop towel, $20. Oh, for sure. Yeah, REI sells it, you know, it's $40. Costco sells it, it's $3 for $1. There's some True Blender there. Pull from the bottom. It's where the yeast eats the sugar out of it in lagers. Let's crack a beer. All I'm going to do all summer is brew Pilsners. That's all I'm going to do. It's the summer of Pilsners. The endless summer. The endless Pilsner. Yeah, Josh, I'm with you, man. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. And, you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things when you first start brewing that just give you peace of mind. You don't really know. You know, peace of mind's it's big with anything. That thing in the back of your head, oh, I should have used PBW, not OxyClean. Oh, can I taste a difference? No, you're putting that in your own head. You don't have peace of mind. But when you have experience brewing and you've done every cleaner possible, even the shit that probably has fragrance in it, and you're like, okay, that, as long as I hit it with water, yada, yada, yada. Where's my cock? But yeah, peace of mind is a big thing for starting out for brewing. So I'm going to crack this over here because I have this giant fear we're all going to get electrocuted. Ugh. This beer sucks too. Why hi Stefanin for the world's oldest brewery? Don't use a pound of Centennial in a 6.5 batch. No, and that seems brutally expensive, especially if you're buying by the ounce. Yeah, brewing, I think just brewing just creates peace of mind, and there's a lot of things in the beginning, that stuff that doesn't matter that people are going to put into your head. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I do taste that. Oh, yeah, I do taste the red licorice and tobacco and the devil's 20/20 vision in the back of that. It's like, no, like actually smell it, taste it, put a blindfold over your eyes, put it against a commercial thing. And that's the best way to taste beer and know about beer and know about if your beer sucks or if it's good or not. Don't use brass. I would use brass. I'm vouching for brass right now. I've used brass. I bought it off experienced brewers. Buy brass. Buy cheaper. I don't know what the hell brass is. I don't know if it's got like a lead over it or something, but if we're willing to put what goes through brass? What sprinkler water? I drink sprinkler water. I'll drink beer through it. Something else. Fermentation for 2 weeks. That is the oldest wives' tale. That is the oldest trick in the book. I hit fermentation in like 3 or 4 days now, but I'm like the ultimate DIY temp control soup Nazi when it comes to it. Fermentation for 2 weeks. Absolutely not, unless you're going for a 10% imperial IPA stout. Barley wine or wine, barrel aged. Scotch ale, wee heavy. Other than that, I literally, when I pitch my yeast, I don't even trust the back of the ideal range on the back of White Labs and Y yeast and Omega and stuff. I will sit there on my ass. I don't care, for a couple hours. And I'll start it, if it says ideal temperature is 55, I will start it at 50 and I'll go all the way up to 60 and I'll bring it, and I'll have a cooler full of ice cold water, and I'll have a Home Depot bucket full of hot bath water. And I will go back and forth for 10 degrees. And if I see it hit at 53 and the airlock starts going the craziest, I will keep it there. And after 3 or 4 or 5 days, it is done fermenting. So get a recirculation kit. Anvil sells one for $100. It's awesome. It's one of the best things that I own. Just where the airlock is going the craziest, keep it there by any means necessary. And I'm pretty particular too, like on my Inkbird. Inkbird, it gives you like the plus or minus hot and cold difference. And I keep it at plus or minus 1. I don't do 2, I don't do 3. I keep it at plus or minus 1. And the temp control is beer. I've said this from day one. Temp control is beer. Back in the day, how'd they make beer? They didn't have the hops that we had. They didn't have the grain that we had. What did they have? How was beer made? Mother Nature. Temperature control. Lagers in the cold European places. Ales in the Southern California, Mexico, California regions. DIY temperature control is without question the number one factor to home brewing. Besides, keeping a ton of oxygen out and stuff like that. But that's why the Inkbird is also the best temperature controller by far. I have a couple other temperature controls. It kicks on and off, but it doesn't give you like the plus or minus difference. Inkbird is the best by so far. And me and Trent were talking about that the other day. Me and Trent were in a text with Hell Brews and the Portly Gentleman. It was like, Inkbird makes one brand. I'm sorry. Inkbird makes one product. It's probably going to be the best product. If you have, SS Brewtech or Anvil or Blickman, and they come out and they try to make everything, they're trying to make everything. Temp controls, circulation stuff, fermenters, cool down kits, thermometers, keg raters. Probably half of their products are going to suck because they just tried to make every product and they're brand new to making every product. Inkbird makes one product in my book, and it is the best by far. I don't have the Wi-Fi one. I don't think I need the Wi-Fi one. But I love my Inkbird. I don't know, man. Kind of striking out with these German beers. Ugh. What else do I got? Pretty sure Trent hit on this too. 60-minute mash. I'm going to do a video on this because I want to be sure before. I want to be really sure. But I haven't had a resting mash or a recirculating mash in 60 minutes for a long time. And this is another advantage that home brewers have over commercial brewers. Is like we can control our mash much better, right? We have protein rests. You know, if you have a bunch of wheat in your beer, you know, keep it at 120. You can mash out, you know, bring it up to 170 and, you know, increase, get a better chance hitting your sugar. Commercial breweries don't really have that option, depending on their system. But a lot of commercial breweries, they just mash. 60-minute mash, I don't think, you know, there's so much like better farming now. And ultimately, like, there's better farming, there's better machinery, there's more ways to just filter out dead weight. But I think ultimately what pushes anyone or any industry is just competition. I think that grain's just going to get better and better and more farmed. There's a lot of grain companies now. Bryce, Samsonite, Great Western, RAR, Castle, Wireman. I mean, it's a very good thing for consumers because competition, it's going to, you know, be innovative and ultimately it's going to bring the price down for us. So buy your base malt in bulk. That is a great way to save money as a brewer, and your hops by the pound. I don't think you need a 60-minute mash. Maury's got this old story where he used to brew with a guy that he would mash in, smoke a cigarette, and by the time he was done smoking a cigarette, he would start lautering. He'd start transferring. I don't know if I believe in that. That's kind of a big fish, kind of a Paul Bunyan story. But proximity malts. Is it worth brewing a stout without going nitro? Fuck yeah. Stout is fine on regular tap too, for sure. Ryan Witt. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a video on that. Just a resting mash. Just, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, polar gravity reading. 30 minutes, polar gravity reading. 45 minutes, polar gravity reading. I want to know, are they all the exact same? Are they all a little bit different? Is there ways that I can make the 60 as fast as a 15-minute? But I'm going to make that video. And then lastly, the thing I've written down for myths in homebrewing, secondary fermentation. And not only is it a thing of the past, but I think it was a god-awful strategy to begin with. Dry hop for aroma, all while sacrificing all this oxygen getting into your beer. Was it even worth it? Was it worth it? Plus, like, the work of transferring, you know, transferring to your keg is work. You know, you want to do it twice. You want to do it to another bucket. You want to clean the bucket. You want to sanitize it. You want to splash it around and get all that oxygen in there, and then do it again when you're supposed to keg, or in a lot of people's cases now, pressure transfer. And just dry hopping is all about aroma. And no, instead of dry hopping, or secondary for the most part is all about dry hopping or adding fruit. Fruit you just add to the keg. Just put it in a little muslin bag, drop it down. Don't use real fruit. But no, secondary fermentation, bad strategy from the get-go all around. Just stupid in my book. Just doesn't make sense. I did it like the first 5 times and it just sucked. Especially when you're when you're new to brewing, you don't really have like your own brew house. You've got shit like in your closet. You've got to lug it all out. You're making a mess. Your bathroom, your kitchen. No, secondary fermentation. Just do it. Just do it in your keg. Just do it in your keg. Jonathan Elliott is exactly right. Do not use real fruit. Do not use real fruit. Always use puree. That good stuff. That puree is real fruit. It's just like flash frozen real fruit. If you can get a clean Vorloff, use a fine strainer to catch the bits. Josh sh_brew. I use a strainer for everything. Barrage. All the way from, your mash is a strainer. Recirculation is a strainer. Going into, I guess when I bring to boil, that's the only time I don't use a strainer. I'm always using a strainer. Always use a strainer when you go from your boil kettle to your fermenter. Real fruit can work. Yeah, Trent, the thing about real fruit is that it just, like, fruit is just different from one beast to the next. Like if you're using blueberries, like it's hard to get flavor from blueberries. So you have to use a ton. Raspberries, not so much. You don't have to use that much. Different fruit, get strainers for life. Different fruit gives you different, you don't get the same amount of fruit the same. Some fruit's a bitch and you got to use a ton of it, and some fruit's not. Like watermelon and stuff, you have to use a ton of fruit. But that's that's a fruit that I would love to, that I wouldn't worry at all about putting in a keg. Watermelon is no joke. Watermelon's like all water. All fruit's like kind of all water, but especially watermelon. Hey, CH, sent you a message on Insta. Would be super helpful if you could check it out when you get a chance. I don't really do Instagram all that much. But Raul, if you put your question in the chat, someone will get to you. Trent can answer this. DM the Brew Show instead. He'll love to answer DM questions on Instagram. Love using real fruit, but it's super convenient to buy. Yeah, I'm with Ryan Witt. The bummer about purees is like it's kind of expensive, right? It's like $25. Puree is like, what's the brand that we all use? I don't know. Looks like comes in a big Campbell soup type can. But I don't know if I'm getting ripped off or I'm doing the wrong thing and I'm not buying it on Amazon. But when I buy it from a homebrew store, it's like $25. And the batch of beer is only like $20. That was that peach Berliner Weiss we did. And it was awesome. I think that was Maury's recipe. Throw them in the Discord. Yeah, we'll get the Discord coming. Trent has a Discord. Check out Trent's Discord. For anybody who's on Discord, I will get that figured out sooner than later. And I'm trying to get like a flash page for this to show up. So it's like the Hoppy Hour, 10 minutes from now. Check it out. If anybody has any questions, throw them on the Discord. But I'm serious. Where'd he go? Where's the brunch? Where'd that brunchy go? What was his name? I don't know, but anybody who has questions, throw them in here, and Delonious Monk and Roswell's will show up at your house and beat you up like the last scene from Jay and Silent Bob. I've seen it. I don't know why I have this written down, but I do. I know why I have it written down because it was hilarious. You guys seen that Johnny Damon DUI video? Johnny Damon, the baseball player for the Red Sox and the Yankees, getting pulled over like blacked out beyond repair, and then telling the cops like it's all good and it's all chill and everything, and his wife's getting out of the car and shit right in front of his house. Yeah, there's a message involved. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Don't argue. Fucking kook, man. Johnny Damon, man. I used to collect your baseball cards. Probably still have them. Yeah, check out Johnny Damon on YouTube. And if you hate the Yankees or the Red Sox, you're going to appreciate it even more. You're definitely going to appreciate it. 5 pounds frozen berries. Frozen berries are good. Frozen stuff is pretty much, I look at it as sanitized. Whether it's boiled or frozen, it's not going to, I don't know. Maybe I'd still soak it in sanitizer. As long as it doesn't lose its form or anything. Weenie Arm Johnny D. Johnny Damon, man, kook of the day. I'm not gonna get into it, but he starts like trying to like just watch the video. It's awesome. And his wife sucks, by the way. His wife, I don't know. I'd have been pissed. But all right, the polls for what I've written down was how to get into the beer industry as production. How to get a job in the beer industry as production. And I got 8 things I've got written down. What happened here? Eric Lane. Yeah, check it out, man. I think it's a couple weeks old. Maybe I'm the last to check it out. Maybe you guys already know about it. But yeah, he's like falling over, letting the cops know like he voted for this guy, so it's all good. And I don't know. Check it out. 47 years old. He's got 8 kids, and he's blacked out of his mind. It's not the first time it happened, Johnny. It's the first time you got caught. Eric's my partner. Check 1. Start a brewery. CH, I figured out when you sanitize a food processor and thaw out fruit quickly in puree, and then it works perfectly. Sounds good. Sounds good on my end. What's going on, Kevin Roberts? How you doing? Step 1, start a brewery. Step 2, make old records. Step 3, put on gold slacks. Here we go. To anybody who's trying to get a job in the beer industry, and I think the world's kind of getting back to normal. I think places are opening up. A lot of local breweries have gotten canning lines recently. I've seen with my eyes. I've seen on social media. I've seen in text messages. That's a very good thing. If you own a brewery and you own a canning line, that's a very good step in the right direction to being successful. I don't even care if you distribute it wherever, all over the world or Southern California. If you can at least put beer in 4-packs and just sell them out of your tasting room, that's huge. If you're ever owning a brewery one day and you own your canning lines, I think they start at like $50,000, and that's at the low, and they go up to like $150,000. Those are the ones where like 3 guys have to work on it at a time. It's like some Charlie and the Chocolate Factory shit. Cash out your trust fund and pay double for everything starting up. Sure, I'm in. Tiny brewery, let's do it. 50-50 on everything. Let's start up a non-alcoholic brewery, because that's the new thing, which it kind of really is. Or dry hoppy water. It's crazy. So things are getting back to normal. But here's what I say about anybody that wants to get into professional brewing. I've got 8 things written down a little bit. I've got like little bullet notes, and then I can just go on rants and stuff like that. Number 1, maybe the most important, maybe not in any particular order, but step 1, how to get into the industry. Be an avid home brewer. Brew 25 batches of beer. And not only that, it rolls over to, I know people that started out with beer and then they ended up at local wineries, or they started working at Henneberry, which is a local distillery. And it's like, once you know about, equipment and temperatures and valves and how stuff works and why stuff goes bad, alcohol kind of rolls over. I mean, it's a little bit different between obviously beer and distilling and stuff like that, but a lot of the equipment's the same. And it's still the same blue collar job. If you can do one, if you're great at one, you're probably going to be great at the other. So I think first and foremost, I would say brew beer on your own. And, one of the cool things about buying homebrew stuff is you don't have to be 21. Like back in the day, we were all like, we tried so hard to get people to buy us beer, older brothers, get a fake ID. It's like, we should have just made our beer. Making alcohol is so easy. So So yeah, I would say probably get 25 batches of beer under your belt. And that's probably about a year of home brewing, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years, maybe a year. That's a lot of brewing. That's brewing twice a month. So yeah, become an avid home brewer, get to all grain fast, understand just the general stuff, converting starches to sugars and, at one temperature to why we need stuff and why we need it this to cool down and why we need it this hot for this to happen. And what is, all this shit do and, air and control and the enemy and sunlight and figuring out all that stuff. Figure that out on your own, because ultimately it's passion. Parents don't generally get their kids into brewing. Generally it just stems from passion, because brewing's fucking really cool. Second, this is a big one. It might not seem like a big one, but don't be a barfly. I used to work at a brewery and I'd have guys come in all the time, get drunk, and they would just ask for jobs. Just be drunk every night. Like, can I get a job? Can I get a job? Can I get a job? It's like, you're the last person we're going to give a job to now. You're the last person. You're here every night drunk, driving out of here for the most part, and you're asking for a job? No. That's not how it works. That is especially not how it works. So don't be that guy. We all know that guy. We all got that friend that's that guy. I've probably been that guy. But don't be that guy if you're trying to get into the beer industry. Do not be a barfly asking every employee that you see there for them to hire you. Do not do that. What's up, Greg Murph? What's up, Margin Cabin? What's up, man? What's going on, you brunches? Do not be a barfly and crack a beer.
Mandatory beer shot!
All right, Greg Murphy, long day, man. Been a long day for me, too. Anybody that had a long day, you guys deserve this. Let's crack some fucking beers. Oh, best sound in the world. What's going on, Steve Hillary? What's going on, you brunch? German Pilsner kick. Kind of looks like a Vienna lager. That's a good one. That's a great one. Paulner, that's way better than the last one. Steve Hillary, what's up, you brunch? Been a bartender for 18 years at high volume prices. Yeah, you have a high threshold for people. I'm sure most people can't deal with that type of obnoxiousness. Did I get blocked during the NBC? No, you did not. I would never do that, Margin Cabin. Not to you. Not to you. What number are we on, Brages? I think this is beer number 3. I'm lying 3 for the golfers out there. Nose beers? What's up, Lex Steel, Braj? Don't be a barfly. Jonathan Elliott probably knows a lot about that. There's nothing worse than somebody who's drunk and obnoxious and now they're asking you for a job. I'll work for free, dude. I just want to work at a brewery. Well, the thing about that is that it's actually work. Like, people think that working at a brewery is like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, just this 24/7 beer fest party. But no, it's not. Like, there's work. And there's not only that, there's a lot of cleanup. Maury's old joke. I am a janitor that brews beer sometimes. So don't be a barfly. Step 3, how to get into the beer industry. Education, but the pluses and minuses of it. The pluses and minuses of education. Mike's class. Mike comes on from Culver Brewing. He owns Culver Brewing. Culver Brewing. Tom's been there. Great place. Total neighborhood bar. Great beer. Great vibe. Great deli. And he also runs a class in Miracosta, which is a local junior college. It's a great school. Great junior college. And I think it's a couple $1,000s. Don't quote me on that. Education works, but treat it more of like a trade school. You don't need a 4-year degree for brewing. You don't need a 4-year degree on reading brew books and, graduating at 22, 23 years old or whatever and get $50,000 in debt taking these classes. Absolutely not. I say as far as education goes, like a formal certificate, 6 months tops. 6 months you learn a lot about beer. And I know Mike's class, it's got a lab, which means it's pretty much hands-on. It's pretty much how like classes used to be back in the day. Like high school had like wood shop, auto body, cooking, home ec, stuff like, and they got rid of all those jobs, which is stupid because those jobs actually get you jobs. So Mike's class is like that. I know that there's like UCSD, and I think what's the big one up in NorCal? They have like an actual, God, it's not Chico. What's the other one? Maybe UC Davis. They've got like a big brew program. You don't need a 4-year degree in beer. You don't need, you want to get a lot more experience under your belt rather than just, reading books and talking about trends. You can, buy your own books and read your own magazines for that. So I think, yes on education. I say 6 months tops. And don't break the bank. Don't go to some CIA hosh posh cooking brew school where it's $80,000 and the dorms are as nice as, the Hogwarts dorms or whatever, and you're costing your parents an arm and a dick, or you're taking out loans, and by the time you graduate, you're $80,000 in debt. That's not worth it at all, because brewers don't make that much money. It's like becoming a chef. It's pretty much like becoming a chef. 6-month class. Take Mike's class. Try to find classes that are like trade schools. And mark my words, if you're passionate and you're trying to get good grades in the class, after 6 months, you'll be a fucking wizard at brewing. You'll know more than I will. You'll know book stuff. You'll know more than a lot of people will. You'll know why is over mashing bad? Stuff like that. I don't even want to, I never want to know that stuff. I never want to learn that stuff. I don't brew with boots. That's like rule number 1. Other than caustic, I'm kind of like a hippie brewer, but if I'm dealing with caustic, yeah, I'm doing the Zelda, no glove, no love, and I'm doing the Billy Madison safety goggles, which are like $3. But yeah, 6 months class tops. You're going to be shredding at brewing. Don't break the bank. That's what I say. Number 4, build relationships. We're building relationships right now. What's up, Dawson's Creek? What's up, you brunch? Yeah, paper cut, UC Davis. Jonathan Elliott, food handler's card. I don't know too many brewers that have food handler's cards, but I might be wrong. Went to a Philly beer school for a few $100, hands-on, and learned so much about errors to avoid. That's a great story, Tom Mellon. Tom, cheers to that. That is a great story, you brunch. Mellon. Tom Mellon. Melted my arm with wart one time. You'll live to tell about it. Matt Damon. Build relationships. Join a homebrew club. That's a great way to stay brewing and passionate about beer. If you're in San Diego, check out the Barley Engineers. They used to, when I was at Booze Brothers years ago, they would come into our special events place on Wednesdays, and they went hard. No one's getting drunk. There's probably like 100 guys in there. They're talking about everything. How to bottle your homebrew for competitions up on not the Jumbotron, but like their screen, their slide screen, stuff like that. And I was like, damn, man, you guys have like a class. You guys are dedicating an hour of your life. I don't know if they talked about it for the whole 4-hour meeting, but it was like how to bottle your own homebrewing and to send it into homebrewing competitions. I was like, whoa, you guys are gnarly. You guys are way more dedicated than I am. Way more. Go to a class to learn how to ship beer. I don't have the ADD attention span for that. Who's in the house tonight? Is that Vlad the Impaler? Wait, I thought this was a homebrewing club. What's going on, Vlad? What's up, you brungy? So yeah, build relationships. Number 5, volunteer. Volunteer. There's a lot of awesome beer gardens. Not last year from COVID, but there's a lot of awesome beer gardens where breweries are looking for people to pour for free. I've been asked, breweries I've worked for have been asked, just ask your friends and stuff. It's an awesome time. Anybody in here, if you've ever poured at a beer garden, it is fun. It is super fun. As long as you don't get too wasted and, you remember to put everything back in the van and get home safe without, pulling a Johnny Damon. That's the new thing, pulling a Johnny Damon. They're fun. You're going to meet a lot of people. Volunteer. If you know a brewery boss or friend that wants to let you work a day for free. I know that, workers' comp, some owners are very stringent about it. And some are just like, hey, I just need help, man. Like, can you help me out for this day? I'm going to teach you how to brew. Jump on that opportunity. Volunteer. Are we getting trolled? Is this Roswell's? So yeah, build relationships, volunteer. Number 6, and this is a tough one. I probably couldn't have done this back in my 20s. Have a great handle on alcohol. If you get drunk every single day and you're an asshole when you're drunk, it's not going to happen. I'm not naming names, but I know countless stories of interns, cellar guys, bartenders, beer tenders, brewers, owners that got DUIs leaving their jobs, leaving their work. They had so much to drink at their work. They fucking ruined a very good thing. So, I drink my ass off. I have a good time. I'm never in trouble. You just got to know how to put yourself in good alcohol situations. Like if I go off with my friends at 9 a.m. and we start drinking at 9 a.m., it's going to be a wild, expensive day. It's going to be a wild, expensive Uber day. It's going to be expensive just in Uber, let alone going out. Uber is expensive as hell these days. So, if you get a job, you get an internship, don't hang out at your place all day and drink for free. I know a lot of breweries that turn a blind eye to their employees doing shit like that. And it always ends bad because you can't do that forever. You can't get drunk and drive 20 minutes every day, especially if you stick around till post 10 o'clock p.m. because there's a pretty good chance, if a cop pulls you over at 11 o'clock or midnight on a Tuesday night, you're probably fucked up. So have a good handle on alcohol. Just because, I've seen friends blow it. I've seen friends fucking really blow it. Not trying to bum anybody out, but this is the safest we're doing right now. We're drinking beer. We can get as drunk as we want right now. We are at home. This is a good alcohol situation. This is the best alcohol situation. No one's driving. We're not at a bar. No one's got to come home from the game and get on a trolley. We're at home. Everybody here is walk everywhere in my town. Jonathan Elliott's got it figured out. I know some friends that have got DUIs on a bicycle, but hey, they were trying to do the right thing. A for effort. Delonious Monk is on a bridge right now going in reverse. That's just advice. That's not advice. That's common sense for the most part. Number 7, have a good work ethic. Brewing is very blue collar. You can't hack blue collar. You can't hack construction. Blue collar is blue collar. You're not a salesman. You're not a day trader. There's no get rich commission scheme. You gotta have good work ethic, and you're gonna know. People are gonna know. Are you bitching and complaining all day? Are you whining? Is everything too hard and too strong? It's not as gnarly as construction. For the most part, brewing, you're inside for one. That's huge. I've worked days construction, man. I talked to Roswell's out there in North Dakota, but like in the rain, outside, on a hillside, putting up a beam or something. It's a really good way to get hurt really fast. Lose a finger, slap your head on the ground, slap your head on the slab. What the fuck am I talking about right now? I don't know. Blue collar. You're going to know if you have good work ethic or not. You're going to know if you have good work ethic or not. Generally, that starts from a younger age, too. So, just going back to it's not all, Gene Wilder, snozberries taste like snozberries at Willy Wonka's Krusty's Fun Factory all day. Brewing is meditation. I like that. I might steal that. And number eight, and this might be subjective, or this just might be in general for pretty much anybody, but I think the younger you are, the better. I think, when you see 19-year-old kids in the brewing industry like Enzo, who can't even legally drink yet, I'm like, whoa, this guy has a hell of a head start. If he's got the drive, he's not a fuck up. He doesn't drive wasted. He's not paying off DUIs and shit like that, and he knows how to stay out of trouble. You have a huge head start. If you're a 45-year-old guy trying to get in the beer industry, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And you can say that pretty much about any industry. But Mike at Culver has some guys that work for him that aren't 21. It's crazy. I think their moms have to pick them up in some. You just made beer and your mom's picking you up from work. That's crazy, man. Jonathan Elliott, for sure. I agree. CHA, I'm 40. Hey, I'm 36, man. I'm on the other side of 30 right now. But it's just like anything, if you could probably say that about anything. You could say that if you're a 19-year-old kid that wants to be an accountant, you probably have a bigger head start than somebody that's 25 years old. And hey, if you want to get into brewing at 25, that's not bad at all. If you want to get into brewing at 35, you just want to be around beer, that's cool. But I think if you're younger, I think it's just more likely to get hired. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you wouldn't want to hire somebody that is under 21 or 21 because you're just going to assume, like when we were all 21, what did we do? Just got fucked up. We didn't drink beer. We wanted to get as fucked up as humanly possible. I remember me and my friends, we used to do German burritos just to throw up. German burritos. Take a shot of Jägermeister and chase it with a shot of tequila. German burrito. I mean, I'll do one right now if someone's buying, but yeah, maybe that's subjective. But that'd be rad. If you're going to go to college, I mean, I went to college for wine, sort of. It was like the business side of wine. Wasn't like the hands-on side. But yeah, if you're thinking about it, do it. And you don't have to give up that much. Maybe 6 months class, yada, yada, yada. It's not like going to law school. It's not like going to, what's the other one? Med school. It's not going to put you in too gnarly of debt. It shouldn't. But you got to also understand that you're not going to make a ton of money. It's like being a chef. It's exactly like being a chef. Unless you're the sous chef or the head chef or the head brewer. Brewer salaries, chef salaries are a lot easier to live on outside of San Diego, for sure. Like I know people who've taken Mike's class in Miracosta, and when they complete it, they'll snag jobs in North Carolina or Louisiana or something where just a brewery salary goes much further. And I get it. It's chefs, brewers, 15, 18 at the highest, maybe like 23, 25 bucks an hour. I mean, that's good. It's a great wage. But San Diego is a very expensive place to live. And it's also like the craft beer top 3 capital of the world. So if you want to get in the industry, you might want to relocate. Just sometimes it's not how much money you make, but how much you can save and cost of living and stuff like that. So that's how I recommend anybody that wants to get into the industry. But who the hell am I? If anybody has anything to add to that, post in the comment section or don't. Either way. How much do you make after taxes? I have no idea how much money I make. I'm the only person on planet Earth that has no clue how much money I make. Trevor's in Hawaii right now. He should not be in here. He's in Maui right now, and he's commenting on the Brunchcast. Jonathan Elliott, I'm looking to come back here sometime this year. Was up there doing COVID. The brewery has a famous burger or something. Trev, Eric, and I are partners working on opening a place in Warrington. Where's Warrington? As we should crack other beers. What's my social security number? It's 9112. It's 911. Who can I be now? Really quick, sorry about last week. Last week sucked. I was sick. We didn't go that hard. We had a couple beers. Usually we have a lot funner on this. Where's Roswell's? Where's Delonious? Where's Beast? But last week we had to kick rocks a little bit early. But tonight we have to at least drink a 6-pack. At least. I think I've got 4 more. Oh, rack them up. Rack them up. What's my mother's maiden name? Casey. No joke. Which is my first name. Casey Hardy. My parents gave me, a lot of people have 2 first names. A lot of people have, like Nolan Ryan, Ricky Bobby. My parents gave me 2 last names. Maiden's name on the mom's side, Casey, and then maiden's name on the dad's side is Hardy. Casey Hardy. 2 last names. All right, Bronson. Let's get Bronson. What was my pet's first name? I don't even know, man. It's probably some goldfish. Named Tuna or some shit. CH, are you going to Booze Brothers Tap Takeover in Fallbrook? 50-50 on that, but I really want to go. I got to talk it over with the old lady. You know how it goes. Everyone knows how it goes. Let's crack a beer, though. Got to make up for last week. I'm with Vlad. Sorry about that, Vlad. My bad, brunch. I'll let you guys dull down. All right. Fire in the hole. Vlad the Impaler. I want to hear some beer chugging. Even though I can't hear anything, I can feel it in spirit. Tom, if I make it, I'm buying the drinks, brunch. I got another homie. Homie opening up a brewery. He came on. He did the broadcast back when we were doing this on the Home Beer for Life channel. His name's Tommy. He's getting ready to open up a brewery too. We should check that out. Yeast and the Beast just butt chugged. That's a good beer. Dude, I just got to stick with Pilsners from here on out. I know, I do need a sink pisser break. We'll do one after this. Oh, Bavarian Pilsner in my Booze Brothers glass. Kevin Roberts, what was your first beer you made and was it good? When I first started homebrewing, Chris from Battle Mage taught me pretty much everything. Pretty much a lot of stuff that I regurgitate now. Especially when it comes to, these $5,000 fermenters and stuff like that. Because I'd call him up every day. I'm like, hey, man, you see this new thing? It's the coolest fermenter. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's so cool. He would say the same thing over and over and over. Nice, but not necessary. Nice, but not necessary. And now he owns a brewery. They just got a canning line, one of my favorite breweries in the world. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, even though I am biased. But their beer is phenomenal. And they're like a best-kept secret. They're called Battle Mage Brewery, and we used to brew a lot. And in the beginning, we brewed mostly brown ales because he was like, just brew brown ales for like your first 5 batches because you're going to get discouraged if you try to do an IPA because brown ales, amber ales, those are the most forgiving. They don't have to be crystal clear. They can be a little bit murky. There's not too much going on with them. Back in the day when everybody was like dry hopping and secondary, you didn't really have to do that unless you're doing an IPA. So we used to do just brown ales and ambers and they were good. And I remember getting so stoked when I'd hit my final gravity and you made a beer that was like, 6.5% alcohol by volume. And I remember the days of like the bottling days where we used to save every bottle. I used to go on Craigslist. This is over 7 years ago. No, this is 7 years ago because it's right when I started dating my girlfriend. I used to go buy like Sapporo bottles from like sushi joints or Japanese food restaurants. And I used to go buy their 22-ounce bottles This was like way before the kegging days. Way before the kegging days. And when people were kegging at those times, they weren't like, I like the stand-up fridge because it's just better, I think, for so many reasons. But the people that were kegging, it was the keezers. Everybody would build a little, 5 cubic foot. They would get a 5. I can't talk tonight. Oh my God, I'm stoned. You're stoned too. What movie's that? The nitrous is leaking from the back. Limit. Anywho, let's drink beer. It'll come to me. Everybody had keezers back in the day. Everybody had keezers. And I've never made a keezer. I would love to make a keezer, and I would do it like so finished carpentried out. Just have like, I don't know what kind of stain I'd use or anything, but I'd want it to be like something you could have like some like antler horn, instead of like an actual handle to lift it up. It'd be like some taxidermy thing, like lift up like a skunk or like a little squirrel that's all rigid. That'd be the handle. Just make it all like Texas chainsawed out. Texas chainsaw means like the White House or something. That'd be a cool YouTube video. That's a YouTube video I'm into. But nobody had the stand-up keg graters at that time, and I always liked the stand-up keg grater because you could always still have your freezer. You could always have your freezer. And the keezer always had problems with like condensation and shit like that. But the stand-up the stand-up fridge was huge because you had your freezer. You could have your ice for chilling. You could have your hops and your meat, everything always vacuum sealed. And it was still just all in one. And for the most part, they were easier to come by. Mike, yeah, it's not Tommy Boy. It is the other one. Rhodes. Quiet down back there. Black Sheep. Yeah, Elementary knows what's up. Elementary gave you a quick shout out in the beginning for those who were not here in the first 5 minutes. Elementary's coming on next week. Apartment Brewer's coming on. Been there, tap that. He's the Canadian barrage up there in Vancouver Island. I don't know. Jack. Yeah, I got it. And then really quick for those who are here right now, couple new YouTube channels I came across this week. Prost with Peter. He's got really quick, straight to the point videos. He's good on camera. Thanks, Trev. Yeah, dude. Thanks, Trev Brunch. Oh, shout out to Donovan Sanderson. Thank you, Jonathan Elliott. All right, Jonathan Elliott and Trevor, which beers do you want me to buy? Which beers do you want me to buy next week? And last week, shout out to Donovan Sanderson for paying for tonight's Pilsners and my Reuben for lunch yesterday. So much love, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Let's do a theme next week. Let's do a 6-pack of like smoky beers. Let's do a 6-pack of like wooden age German. Can't be from America. It's got to be German beers. I got everything, man. I got everything. I'm mostly buying all my beers at Tip Top these days, unless I'm at a homie's brewery or something like that. But I'm trying to hit like all the beers from Germany. I'm trying to like drink all the Pilsners from Estonia, Czech Republic. Obviously, Bavaria is the biggest one. They've probably got the most Bavarian style Pilsners over there. I really like the crisp honey ones. And it's pretty much what I'm drinking right now. This is a great beer. Polliner? Weihensteppenheimer? I don't know. Yeah, Trev, have a good time. Get back from Maui, and we'll go to Best Pizza, Best Dudes and Pizza, and I'll get you drunk. Roswell's doing that Zima thing. Smoked beers would be super dope. Yeah. The one that the guy brought over, what was it called? It looks like the Aunt Jemima bottle. I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. Polliner's the shit. Well, I think I'm officially out of shit to say. Roswell's, you want to come on? Anybody on Discord right now? Let's get somebody on here. Who's on Discord right now? Anybody want to do some Q&A? We have to jump you in while you're snorting cocaine up your butt. I've got Discord open. Other than that, self-plug. Entered my first competition, got first place for IPA. Shout out to Mike Brady, man. For the record, that's something we could talk about because there's a lot of like, what's the big one? GABF, Great American Beer Festival. If you win for IPA, everybody knows about you. Everyone's going to find it out. IPA is the toughest category to win in by far. Maybe hazy's up there now too. But like, you go to all these breweries and they're like, hey, we got bronze from GABF. You're like, in what? And they're like, grapefruit saison. You're just like, dude, don't even fucking tell people that. Don't tell people your worst selling beer on your menu that it won an award. But cheers to you, man. That's a cool thing, man. Mike Brady, Tom Brady's kid brother. Cheers to you, you brunch. What ingredients do you want to try in brews you haven't tried yet? Good question. Thanks, Yeast. Cheers, Braj. You know what? To answer Arno's question. Hey, Arno, where are you from, man? Are you out there with where's Ramses? Where's Ramses? Thanks, Yeast. Appreciate that, you brungy. I think the way I'm interested in beer at this point is I think that I think yeast is like the new hop. I think yeast is like, it just got so much better. Back in the day, I'm not knocking Safe Ale or Safe Lager or anything. I just brewed with dry yeast, and the first beer that I had was phenomenal. But I think like I'd rather experiment with more yeast at this point. And this summer, it's going to be all about like Bohemian lagers. And thanks, Eric. Fuck, man, you guys are killing it. Cheers, Eric.
Major Beer Show! Major Beer Show!
Thanks, dudes. Thanks, Eric Lane. Cheers, you Braj. Yeah, I think it's all about like lagers right now, and I'm gonna experiment with them. I agree that yeast are much more of a hot topic than hops these days. Not only that, to bank off what the Brew Show's saying. Oh, really quick plug. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Brew Show, Elementary, or Yeast and the Beast, then I just feel sorry for you. No, I'm kidding. But they've got channels. Show them some love. I'll try to get somebody on. I like having somebody on that could kind of be like the Baba boy of this. And I could throw all the links in there because I don't think Streamlabs lets you guys do it because it might look like spam. But check out Elementary. Check out all these guys. The Apartment Brewer. Been there, tap that. I mean, I'm being fucking spammy and obnoxious right now. But Trent's got a great channel. So, I think he's got 2,000 subscribers, or he's damn near close to it. And that's a tough feat. You know, getting that first 1,000's the hardest. And after that, it kind of, it's like anything. The first 1,000 whatever is the hardest. After that, YouTube starts showing you a little bit more love and love and love and love. As long as you're putting out videos consistency. All I want to do is talk about Johnny Damon's DUI video. That's all I want to do. No, but I want to play around with all the Y yeast loggers. I want to play around with I've only brewed with Omega's yeast one time. It's kind of I've brewed with White Labs everything. White Labs has like 6 lager strains. I'd rather I want to do that Y yeast Bohemian lager. I want to do a Mexican dark lager because I tried to do it with the beer that I've got brewing right now, but I couldn't get that yeast, so I just kind of turned it into like a Schwartz beer. But I brewed with the Safe Lager 3470, and I'll tell you guys what, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Recommended from the Barrage, Blake, who will be on. He used to be the head brewer at Pizza Port in his 20s. And now he opened up a place called Craft Coast. Trent, we'll go next time you come down here. We'll check it out. Right on Oceanside, like a block from the beach. And he was like, dude, you got to make your lagers with 3470 dry yeast. Bought 3 of them. Don't read the back. He's like, put it at 52. Even knowing myself, I'm still going to like bring it down to 49 all the way up to 60. It started going ape shit at 52, 53. Pulled it the next day. No, probably 2 days later. Tasted great. Maybe a little bit more like Reese's Pieces than a little bit more like chocolatey than I would want it. But we'll see. Like, I'm going to bring it up to probably 62, probably the day after tomorrow, and then cold crash it. And I want to see if like CO2 can get rid of that chocolatey taste. CO2 kind of creates like that burning sensation and stuff like that. But the beer tastes so fucking good so far. The beer tastes so good. It's like, I could call it like 3 different things. Session stout, dark lager, Schwartz beer. I'm going to have to go fill up another one of those. I actually will go get another one of those right after this. I need somebody, though. Other than that, we're just answering questions. We're just doing Q&A. Josh, ask me something. Oh, here we go. Is it worth joining the Homebrewer Association, not just a local club? I don't really know much about the Homebrewer Association, the AHA or whatever. All I do know is that every time they come in, they give you their bullshit little card, and they want like 10% off breweries. And I think we all have to abide to it. And it's just so funny, somebody asking for like a discount that doesn't even get rid of tax. And it's just like, how much integrity do you have or not have? But I don't know. I wouldn't do. The thing about the American Homebrewers Association, it's a nationwide thing. I'd rather focus on like a smaller community. The smaller communities are the closest communities. And it's that shit could probably help you get a job or help you, I don't know, meet some cool people to start a whole new hobby outside of homebrewing. That's why this community is rad. That's why the homebrewing community is rad. We're the smallest community on YouTube, or probably in the world. But that means you're the closest, and you can talk to people just like this. I text like 10 of these guys throughout the day: Trent, Peter, Raul, Elementary. We're on texting base. Apartment Brewer, Steve. I think he's got to be out there in like Boston or some shit. But yeah, I would focus definitely on a local homebrewing. I guess just hit the Google button, or maybe just go to breweries and they probably have something post up, beer night, Wednesday night or something like that. And I would think that some clubs are D-bags. Oh, I could totally see that. Chris Vodka. Well, the thing about beer is there's so many fucking beer snobs. There's so many people that don't think their shit doesn't stink. And that does nothing at all to help the industry. If you think you're better than your beer tastes better, how does anybody like benefit from that? Like what's the game plan? You're just the guy. No one can you're the Michael Jordan of beer. That's stupid. We can hit the head? All right. NBC, I can hit the head. BRB.
Major Beer Show! Major Beer Show!
Sorry. All right. Oh, the lady just got home. My apologies. Who's asking questions? What's going on? Let's go back to this. Like that. Who's this? Excuse me. Goals for this summer for brewing. Who was asking about that? Ingredients. I'm not so much worried about ingredients other than yeast, but I want to try to figure out a way to get back into 10-gallon batches. I've done everything. I don't know why. I've gone to 15, to 10, to 5, to 10, to 5. I do not know why, but that's just how shit just happens. What's the Discord? An all NBC happy hour. But here it is right here. I'm proud of this one. Don't get electrocuted. That's the Cinnamar, baby. As black as my heart. As black as the inside of a coffin at midnight. NBC audio too loud. All right. I know what to do. HB Dale. Just for you, we're going to turn it the fuck up. Let's go to...
Mandatory beer shot!
All right, we got it. Still working this out. NBC a shot of Cinnamar? Damn, dude. I'm out. I only got like a couple ounces of that. That shit's hard to get. They only sell it by the 5 liter. Sort of. I made a batch for the AHA competition. Came out badly oxidized. Can't get a refund anymore. Should I still send it in? Mike, I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry, man. I made a batch for the AHA competition. Came out badly oxidized. Why would you get a refund? I don't know. What I do know is that we're drinking beer, though. I'm trying to get these things going at 6 o'clock. But sometimes there might be a little bit of a 5 o'clock start time just to compensate for the guys' apartments coming on. He's 3 hours ahead. Short-circuited. He's 3 hours ahead. Sometimes we might have to start at 5 o'clock just because even on their time, it's 8 o'clock. You know, by the time we're done with this shit, sometimes it's midnight. So I'll try to let people know. I'm trying to utilize the social media on the YouTube more for the happy hour. Let me see what we got here. Let me pull this beast up. And I think I'm going to create a Facebook page for it too. Even though I still am behind on the Discord. Cool Kids Club. But yeah, got some let's see what we got here. Okay, we're watching right here. That's me and Maury. Let's go to 27 thumbs up, 65 people watching. Thank you for all being here. Okay, who commented on this? Josh SH_brew. Pretty good day to end with a new Homebrew for Life video and happy hour. Cheers, Josh. The brewer's wife. Can't wait. All right, so this thing is working. Rasmus, a 6-pack of U.S. beers costs $60 here. Fuck that. I love Danish beers. Yeast in the Barrage. I carry a 6-pack everywhere, but for you, I'll bring some beers as well. Chris Vodka. Cheers, guys. I'm glad that thing's working out. Clunk. God, I can't wait for this beer to actually be cold. CH, you should start scheduling your live streams through YouTube. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet, but I will. Daylight savings, making it light outside. I'm glad. I'm so glad daylight savings is coming back. But yeah, I forgot. We kind of talked about it in the beginning. But there's a new Homebrew for Life video, and it's very subjective, talking about cleaning beer lines. And I did it the commercial way. It was the way I was taught at Booze Brothers. I have done it before just with PBW and hot water, but for this video, I wanted to do like the by the book way. And I know that everybody kind of cleans their beer lines differently. And I don't know who's watched the video yet or who hasn't watched the video, but I kind of wanted to not create like a scare tactic, but caustic's not gnarly. Like the bathtub scene from Breaking Bad falling through, that doesn't happen instantly. That's Hollywood. Fight Club, the burning scene. I don't know. I think that's probably some Hollywood too. I've gotten it on myself. It burns. It doesn't eat a hole in your skin like, you know, alien blood from Ridley Scott's movie. But I did kind of want to stress, like, yeah, you know, ultimately you don't want to get this shit in your eyes. You don't want to get this shit in your eyes. You can get it on your hands. You're fine. You're going to live to tell about it. I got it on my face. You want to, like, you know, touch your neck. And it's kind of like poison ivy. Kind of feels like a mini electrocution. You're just kind of getting zapped. It kind of itches, you know. But you don't want to get it in your eyes. That's the big one. And I do have this fear of somebody watches like a Homebrew for Life video and I vouch for some keg welding step drill bit dollar piece of shit thing at Harbor Freight, and they try to drill through a corny keg or something, and next thing you know it goes through their hand or some shit like that. And for those type of videos, I try to stress like the safety of it without, if there's like scare tactics, I'm going to probably try to like write a joke with it. But caustic's mellow. It's mellow. And if you do get a burn on yourself, just pour a little bit of vinegar, or most vinegar you buy at the store, it's going to be diluted. It's going to be 5% vinegar, but you can still buy undiluted vinegar, which is like 2 pH, something like that. Kurt Pick, what up, brunch? And then again, I know of breweries that don't clean their lines at all. You know, like I said in the video, most breweries, their cold box is where their draft system is, right? Like they're going to build their bar out of their cold box. Not out of their cold box. Here's your cold box. Ends right here. You're going to build your bar like one more over here, right? Because it's the easiest accessible. Like 99% of the breweries that I go to, their cold box is connected to their draft system. You know, just drill a hole through whatever the hell cold box is made out of. Looks like, I don't know, aluminum something. Put your 4-inch little faucet through, and you're cooking with grease. And some breweries clean it. Some breweries are just like, nah, I don't want to deal with the caustic. We'll just put in new line, stuff like that. And it's going to take a little bit more work. But it's going to be brand new line. It's going to be brand new line. If you're paying a guy who's kind of dead weight, you know, he's kind of sitting around scratching his ass and picking his nose half his shift, you know, make him put on some new beer line or clean the fucking beer line with caustic. But caustic is the gnarliest way to do it. And by gnarly, I mean it's going to clean all that sediment out there the best. You could do it with anything, PBW, OxyClean, Star Sand. Well, Star Sand's not a cleaner. Star Sand's like the last coat you want to put on. But caustic is heavy duty shit. But it's anybody who's ever, it's like one step up from bleach. It's like one step up from bleach. You know, when you're dealing with bleach, put on the gloves, give it a couple shakes. Caustic is like, again, I've been burned from Star Sand. And somebody who was talking about their Star Sand story earlier. My gnarliest Star Sand story, and I want to hear about this from you guys too. I had a Star Sand bucket, and I guess I, just from whatever, tightening a hose clamp, I threw my flathead screwdriver in the bucket of Star Sand, and I let it sit overnight. And I think it was probably more potent than normal, which means I didn't probably have 5 gallons of water in there, because that's ultimately what you're going for. Your ratio is based off like your pH, right? So if you have 1 ounce of Star Sand for 5 gallons of water, your pH is like a little bit under 3.0. It's like 2.9. But if you have 4 gallons of water, it's going to be like 2.7, 2.5, something like that. And I left my flathead screwdriver overnight in the bucket, and in the morning, the tip of the flathead was curled, like Gonzo's nose. Gonzo from, was it the Muppet Babies? And I was like, whoa, that's gnarly. You know, it's not like some Breaking Bad shit where it's going to happen like instantly. The active ingredient in Star Sand is phosphoric acid. It's not as gnarly as some of the other gnarly shit. hydrofluoric acid. That's like a pH of 1. But star sand is still pretty gnarly. And the flathead screwdriver like did like a curl up, like the mountaintop from the Grinch movie. And I was like, oh, okay. I get it now. But like Peter said he's drinking Star Sand before. It's like, yeah, if you dilute it so it's over 3 pH, like, yeah, you're fine. You can drink that. That's more, I think Coca-Cola, what's the pH of Coca-Cola? I think Coca-Cola has a lower pH than Star Sand mixture. Don't quote me on that. Quote me on that. What's the pH of Coca-Cola? Greg Burns, riddle me this. Greg Burns, what is the pH of Coca-Cola? I'm going to say it's 2.7. James Marshall. Might not apply to most, but apparently caustic can mess up septic tanks by killing all the bacteria. Probably best in this case, do not throw it down the drain. Damn country living. 2.3 from Google. Yeah, Coca-Cola is gnarly shit, man. Coca-Cola will fuck you up, man. I don't know why they feed that shit to kids. What I've always learned from caustic, it can go down the drain, just flush it with a bunch of water. Just keep it diluted. Dawson's Creek theme song? I think you're way off, Raj. I think you're way off. Jonathan Elliott, there he's back. Working in the nuclear plant has completely desensitized me to hazardous materials. I may or may not have taken a shot of reactor coolant before. He's like the Homer Simpson thing, just walking around with that green piece of whatever in your back pocket all day. You're just prone to anything. OSHA can't do shit to you. Fuck OSHA. I hate OSHA. I don't hate OSHA. They're good. They're just when they come around a job site, they can make things difficult. Let's murder some beers. John Eltham, do you want to cruise on? Jonathan Elliott? Does anybody want to cruise on? Yeast in the Brunch? Delonius, you want to cruise on? I know you've got Discord. All right, I'm cracking beer in the meantime. Cali OSHA is crazy. Our code is gnarlier. I think Roswell's is spot on. I think Roswell's is dead on. I think we have the most like permits and bullshit and code and lawsuits and lawyers and everything. Just got my garage door back. Right on, Kurt. Cheers, brunch. OSHA makes for a short day. Drop tools and roll out, pretty much. So good when it hits your lips. Got to tap out for early morning. Tiny Brewery, have a good night, man. We'll get you on sooner or later, Braj. Dawson's Creek theme song. How do you drink so much after 5? I can't function the next day. Respect. I'm just living that barrage life, fam. I don't know. Been doing this for a while. Been doing this for like 16 years. No, been doing this for like 21 years. Oh, rack 'em up. Later, Tiny. Later, you brunch. 99 bottles of barrage on the wall. How powerful is Star Sand? Who's got a Star Sand story? Who left their retainer in Star Sand? When to throw in beer salts? When to throw in beer salts. I just throw my beer salts in my strike so I know that they'll get there. I know that's subjective, and I know some people even put their beer salts in their sparge water. Never made sense to me. Because if it gets stuck in your mash, or if it gets rinsed through your mash and stays in the grain, it's not going to end up in the final product. But I have talked to brewers that I respect that have been brewing a lot longer than I have, and they do not throw all of their beer salts. We're talking like gypsum and baking soda and stuff like that. Calcium carbonate, sodium, magnesium, Epsom salt. I just put all mine in during strike water. But I know I've heard of some smart people do otherwise, and it doesn't make sense to me. If anybody has anything on that, I do not know. I pretty much treat all my water before I brew with it. Same with me. Yeah, I do not know what running it through your grain does. To me, that sounds like just bad logic, but if there's people that I respect and trust that are better brewers than me do it, I don't know. Or should we put this on the myth train? Is this going to be back on the myth train? Tom, why do you do it in the sparge? Tom Mellon. Yeah, I don't add to the mash. Remember back in the day when people were putting hops in their mash for a little bit? Did that even do anything? Or was that just me trying to make a YouTube video? Greg, I'm with you, man. All of it in the strike water. Greg Murph. He's out there. He's up there in SoCal. He's another Anaheim brunch. What's going on right now? A little bit of roof damage will be tearing off from replacing in the next couple of weeks. Material dependent. Was able to temporarily patch. Sorry to hear about that, HB Dale. Sounds like you got your hands full this weekend. Yeah, I'm with Zach. All salts on the strike. Absolutely. T-Man. So do I add 7? So do 7 adds. Wait, what? So do 7 add 2x salts for 10 grams and 3x for 50? I think you're trying to say just scale up. But yeah, Andrew Queeley's also a great beer line video. Thank you, Andrew. Cheers, Brush. Cheers to you, little brunch. We're doing the German Pilsner theme tonight. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching the video. Let's check it out. 8 o'clock. A little bit late start tonight, but, we'll live to tell about it. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Comments. I love it. I love writing everybody back. I'll go do it after I go dookie after this brunch cast. What does splitting the salts do supposedly? I have no idea. I do not know. I have no clue at all. First brew adding salt today, thanks to Windsor Homebrew Supply. Windsor Homebrew Supply got some love in last week's video or 2 weeks video. I think Greg Murphy was bringing that up. Yeah, we pulled that up. That's why I'm thinking of it. Pilsner Braggot tonight. I have not heard of that, but I like it. I like it a lot. Pilsner Braggot. You're talking about like a Pilsner mead? AQ? Brew Mill Tony, have a good night, brunch. Thanks for the beer line video, CH. Just built my kegerator thanks to your guide a few months ago. Right on, man. Cheers. Cheers, Kirk. Thanks for watching the video. I'm glad when that shit works out. Nobody drills into the side of their fridge and gets electrocuted or hits a coil and just ruins their refrigerator. Pilsner and mead. I'll put Braggot on like the brew list. What's the ABV on that, Andrew? Is it super high? Pilsner, you think like 4. Mead, you think like 13%. Not into salts yet. Just built a carbon water filter system to get better water. I just use distilled water at this point. All my beer, if I'm just doing a 5-gallon batch, every batch is just going to be distilled water, just because I want to know exactly what my water profile is. And that's the only way you can find out. That's the only way you could find out. Unless you're sending your water in to the city, and then they're going to send you back a report 1 month later, and then you make adjustments accordingly. But I don't want to deal with that hassle. What's up, Alex Daniels? What's up, you brungy? We got to jump him in, man. Brew Mill Tony's got to jump his ass in. Yeah. I can cut corners on, I buy grain in bulk. I buy hops by the pound. I don't mind spending $8 on distilled water. It's kind of gross to drink because we're all so used to drinking just water that has minerals added to it. Like if you drink Aquafina or Dasani, it tastes so much better than distilled water. It tastes like dessert compared to distilled water. Distilled water tastes like nothing. It doesn't taste like tap water. Doesn't taste like other bottled water. Doesn't taste like spring water. It's just tastes like, I don't know. It's just like liquid air or something. It's a trip. But it's the best way to know about your beer profile. And that's another thing that we have an advantage over home brewers, commercial brewers. And you guys are making me brainstorm right now because I'm thinking of a video, unless someone's going to beat me to the punch. But there's a lot of advantages that home brewers have over commercial brewers. And our water profile is definitely one of them. Our mash cycle is definitely one of them. Things on the fly, definitely one of them. Adding dry malt extract, they can't do that. You know, just having a small scale, a small mill, we can eyeball it, look at it. There's a lot of advantages we have as home brewers over commercial brewers, and vice versa. Myth question. I always heard you can only use distilled water with extract. True? Absolutely not. Not even close. Not even close. Does anybody else make Apfelwein? Is that apple beer German stuff? Something? No. The wort pH. I don't check the pH for wort unless I'm doing a kettle sour. It's too general. I used to do it, and once I read like your wort could be anywhere from like 5.2 to 5.8 pre-boil, you're gonna hit it every time. So it's not even worth checking. NBC? Apple juice fermented. Cider? Even though that I just had a pineapple cider the other day, and I don't know why they call it cider because it's pineapple. Cider I thought was from apples. It should be called something completely new. NBC? I do got to drain the main vein. Make it smaller so we could actually all chug one. Mentor beer chug.
Mentor beer chug.
All right. Rack 'em up. Never leave home without it. Would make a great video, way easier to make than seltzer. What happened on that? Oh, Ed Wart's Applevine. It's basically apple wine with what I got to recall. Yeah, sounds pretty easy to make. Would make a great video. Yeast and the Beast, you do not need an RO system. Just buy distilled water. How do you limit cold side oxidation? What is cold side oxidation, Jimmy Fullerton? Whoa, take her easy. Take her easy. She's my baby, and that's the way. This beer's okay. Brunch cabin? I just might. I hope that guy's doing okay. Hope he's doing well. Pressure, ferment, and transfer. Spring water. I don't really know too much about spring water other than I think it's spring water. But that's a good question. I don't think I've ever brewed with spring water. Maybe back in like the extract days. But I literally don't know anything about spring water. That's a really good question. I don't know if it's super hard. I would imagine it's super hard. I would imagine it's got a ton of calcium and magnesium in it. But I really don't know too much about spring water. I would always just do RO water, always, and now I'm just doing distilled water. Jonathan Elliott, I'll send you beer. Not sure how to send it here. We should have. Appreciate that, John. We have a P.O. box. Usually I put that in the description below. Maybe I shit the bed tonight, but here. Where is it? Where's our... Let's do it this way. P.O. Box 425 Carlsbad 9210. That's a really good question about spring water. I've like kind of always had that in the back of my brain on the back burner. Let's just look it up. Spring water profile. Minerals. I don't know. Just throwing some Google keywords. High quality spring water is rich in magnesium, potassium, calcium, sodium. I knew it'd be hard water. It is naturally more alkaline than tap water. Okay, well. Homebrewers Association spring water. Because I don't want to bore you guys with too much. I'm considering switching to spring water here in Florida over my current routine of reverse osmosis. So RO water, for those who are curious about what it is, it's water that they filter. They filter it like 3 different ways. There's like there's 3 different ways that they filter it. One of them's like just a traditional like false bottom way. Just imagine like a wall that's got the smallest little pokes in it, and the water gets through and it leaves the sediment behind. And then they like apply heat to it or something. And then once it's filtered, then they add the chemicals back to it. But they don't, like, the companies that I buy it from, they don't tell you what like the levels of magnesium and sodium and potassium and all the calcium is in there. So you have to take the water and then you send it to the city and they send it back to you, but it takes about a month. It sucks. But spring water kind of sounds like the exact same thing. I don't know. Most of the time, let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Seaside doesn't have a shipping method for liquid. Doing my own distilled water using a still spirit system only makes about 70 hours of distilling for 5-6 gallon batch. That's the problem, James. That's exactly the problem, is it takes forever. It takes forever. There's systems you can buy to make distilled water, but it'll take forever and it's not worth it. At the end of the day, you could just go down to the store and buy distilled water. It's a little bit more than drinking water or purified water. It's about $1.50 a gallon on my end at my supermarket across the street. But that's exactly why you don't do it yourself, because it takes forever. You have to do serious quantities to make distilled water worth your while. You'd have to do it on a serious scale that only like Arrowhead or Sparklets or something could pull off. Distilling is no joke. You're taking like drops of condensation and putting it back into liquid through like bloop, 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 bloop. And you're not going to get a lot, and it's going to take fucking forever. That's exactly why you don't do that. No offense, James, but that's exactly the point. What's he doing? He's talking some shit. Squeeze it through a membrane to remove the rest. Yeah, HB Dale. He's on the RO system train. Yeast and the bees. Look at that. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Come on down. Yeast, I missed your name. Check him out. Jonathan Elliott. Yeast has a great channel. He's on the Anvil Foundry system. He brews the way I do. I think his system's actually a little bit better than mine. He uses a pretty heavy duty pump. I am done with pumps. I am officially done with pumps. Never again. Never again. Unless it's so much I can't pick it up. If I can use gravity, I'm using gravity. I'm using elbow grease. Excuse me. The beer is working. The CO2 is working. My bladder is working. Anaheim City Water. Particulate, carbon filter, Camden tablet, and brewing salts. Fair enough. Oh, here we go, Greg. Here we go, Greg. We're doing it again, aren't we? Oh. I got to hit the head. We got to get somebody on next week. I've officially have run out of shit to say. I have nothing else to say. Hoopty Laskovics. Thanks for all the videos. Found a whole setup for $100 on Craigslist 3 weeks ago, and I already have brewed 3 times. Great advice. Shout out to you, Hoopty. That's a really good story, man. Thanks for watching the videos, too. Thanks for watching the videos. There's actually a lot of brew tubers in here. Check out some of these channels. But that's what I'm saying. Remember back in the day when homebrewing was expensive? Found a whole setup for $100 on Craigslist 3 weeks ago and have brewed 3 times. I think I spent like $500 when I first got into brewing. Like when I first got into all grain brewing. Delonius, you want to cruise? Delonius is going to cruise on and just not say a word. He's got his own stream deck. He's just going to hit buttons all day. Pumps are for the gym. I'm with Josh. Pumps are for Hans and Franz. Trey, you're on vacation, man. Get out of here too. Later, Brudge. Idea, maybe have one of your subscribers co-host. Yeah. It was supposed to be somebody from Genius tonight, but I mean, I don't know what the fuck to say. You know, like unless we're gaming or should we do like a trivia? We'll give away some shirts next week. I'll figure something better else out. But yeah, I can only pretty much kind of do this for like an hour, and then I gotta have somebody else on. Roswell's. You wanna take a shot at the title? Roswell's, you wanna do some audio? Broswell's. No? Cold feet? First day of school? He can hear this. No, you know, we're figuring this out as we go, and today sucked. I had to, let me grab a drink. All right, Broswell's is cruising on. I like it a lot. Get a Bronson, dude. Because I know you get salty. I'm always salty, baby. He has the title. I think Jonathan Elite said he was down. Anybody who has Discord can pretty much come on. Grabbing a drink before the stream. That's a power move right here. Roswell's is going to come on and just like yawn and just be all like Jay and Silent Bombed out. I did trim my beard. I got a haircut. I told you I got the Phil and Lil, man. I'm all Phil and Lil'd out. $60. Best $60 I ever spent, man. I love my barber. Get Rozzy and Yeast on together. I'm down. Yeast and the Beast, you ready? Hey, that's good. That's a good idea. Let's get both these guys on. All right, let's go to. All right, I'm on Discord right now. Let's go to. Oh, and I'm trying to get Jorge Castro on too. He's out there in Puerto Rico, which I don't even know what time zone that is. Let's go to where's Broswell's? Oh. Okay, we're doing a video chat. Oh shit, everyone's in here now. Tom, look alive. Who's on? Is this Broswell's? Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? How are you, dude? Good, man. I think there's like 7 people in here now. Did you? Well, it's Tom, it's Delonius, it's Brucio. You might be the only one. Is it coming? Probably. Is it coming through on the main channel? Yes, it's Brucio. You might be the only one. Is it coming? Oh. All right, here we go. So let's go. We're going to go to. Yeah, can you hear me? Oh. All right, here we go. So let's go. Roswell's. Hello? It's not coming through, is it? All right, he's coming. We're going to do it right now. We're going to go to user settings, voice and video, output device. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Should work. Can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can't hear you. You're not coming through. Let me go to audio output device. Brian's audio. What about now? I can hear you. I think it should. What about now? I can hear you. I don't know why this isn't working. Brian's worked last time. I missed the call, but I'm cool in my war. It's all good, Tom. We'll get you on, Brosh. Let me think about this. How did we do this before? What about now?
Hello?
I think it should work now, Roswell's.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh, there it is. Okay, you're on.
Yeah, what up? Oh, now it's up.
You're live, brother.
Yo, what up?
All right, there he is. Hey, Ross. Whoa. Can you hold it down while I use the restroom, bro?
Yeah, ask me questions. Go.
All right, ask him questions.
Hello. What's up, Vlad? What's up, Dawson's Creek? What's up, Jonathan Elliott? Kurt Pick? Delonius? I might be able to turn myself down. I'm from North Dakota. I am drinking some Maker's Mark whiskey right now. Favorite color? Probably blue, I'd say. Gold. Gold's my favorite color. Let's not discuss margins.
Coming back, dog.
I don't know. It's all right being the lead singer of
How's
Red
it
Hot
going?
Chili Peppers.
Are you fired or
damn
what?
good.
All right. Good man.
Hell yeah, I'm fired.
How you doing, Roswell's? How you living, Brush?
Pretty good, man.
How's the weather
Chilling
out there?
out. It's like 50 degrees, 45 degrees.
Better than last time we talked, huh? Way
Yep.
better than last time we talked.
Yeah, about 100-degree difference almost.
Crazy. Do you guys get affected by daylight savings, or is it?
Yeah. Yeah, my sleep schedule's been pretty messed up from that.
Because it's lighter so much later now?
Yeah, I have it on the rocks. No, I don't know. That shit fucks with me. Like waking up early and shit. I hate that shit.
What time do you get up?
Lately, it's probably been like 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's what time you get up?
Mm-hmm.
What time do you work?
I'm laid off until, well, like I do seasonal layoffs, you know what I mean? Like during the winter we can't work outside. It's like way entirely too cold.
Right.
So I'm still on seasonal layoff, but I'm sure, in the next 2 weeks I'll probably go back to work.
Well, I wish you well for that, man.
Right on.
Broswell's doesn't do Facebook, Dawson's Creek theme song. He does not do social media that Mark Zuckerberg owns, and I love him for it. True. You never did Instagram or Facebook? You did.
I had Facebook in 2007. I deleted it in like 2008 or 2009. I had MySpace. I fucked with MySpace pretty hard, bro. That was my shit.
What was up with Facebook? Just you didn't like it was too obnoxious, or you didn't want to put your information on the end?
I don't know. I don't do well with that. Like, I would like write somebody and then like I'd see him write somebody else and then like not write me back for 3 days and I'd be like, what the fuck? And it just like fucked with my head. And I like see people go out to parties and shit and then I wouldn't get invited. So then I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? So I just like deleted it and I've just been so much happier ever since.
That's fair. We've all been there. My girlfriend has that we all kind of have that friend, right? Where like you text them and they don't answer, and then they post a selfie, and then you comment like, "Hey, call me back," and then they like respond through like a comment on Instagram. It's like, you fucking loser. We're supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Not here, you're saying.
So it just fucked with my head. Like I could probably have it now and it wouldn't bother me, but just like at that age, I was probably 24, 25.
Angry, sexually frustrated.
No, not so much sexually frustrated. Just I don't had a chip on my shoulder. I took things a lot more serious than I take them now. You know what I mean? Like now I don't like back then it was like my friends were everything, and now it's just kind of like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm perfectly happy sitting at home and chilling and not having to deal with other people's bullshit.
Did you grow up in the town that you live in now?
Yeah.
I like it. Small town boy, small town barrage.
Yeah.
In the red state of North Dakota. Well, what are you drinking?
Except Apex. Yeah, I get pissed at Apex. I'm not denying that. I finally fixed my wall, so that's good.
Should I play it on PS4 or Xbox One or PC?
Either one.
It's all
PC is definitely the best because you get the best frames.
And you play with Delonius, right?
We play Warzone every once in a while.
Yeah, I got to get down. I got to figure something out. I need to beat Final Fantasy VI, which I'm going to go play after I tuck my chick in. It's been a long day for her.
Well, they actually just got Final Fantasy VII for free on PS4.
That's a great game. That is a great game. And that game was like the definition of my childhood.
So
I don't know if you're
that's
an RPG.
pretty fucking cool.
Super fucking cool. I don't know if you're an RPG guy, but sorry, I'm kind of falling asleep at the wheel. Sort of.
The fuck is Zanga?
I'll just do a nose beer in the bathroom. Final Fantasy VII is probably the best Final Fantasy of all time, and I do not have a PlayStation 4, so I cannot play it. So I'm super jealous of you right now, Brunch.
Probably get one pretty cheap nowadays because PS5 came out.
Very true. I don't know if Tom's trolling you. I hate my friends because of social media, or if he's actually he's coming clean right now.
Yeah, it's just me though. I'm not like saying everybody's like that. It just like fucked with my head. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll just delete this shit and then I don't have to worry about it.
Because it created this fear of like FOMO, like there's always something cool going on. Like it seems like.
Yeah. Well, it's just yeah, very true. You know what I mean? Everybody's just putting their pictures out when they fucking go and do cool shit.
Tom's getting deep. Tom's drunk over there. No, I hear you. It's just. I don't know, man. Everyone's got kind of their own relationship with social media. My whole thing is like, I'm just sticking with the YouTube thing. I think that's like the best.
Yeah, for sure. That shit's cool.
Do you watch?
And
what's up?
I don't like Mark Zuckerberg though, so I don't want to support his shit.
He's gonna be like running for president one of these days. But we're not here to talk about politics because politics divides people, and beer unites people. You know what unites people? Beer.
Until they get too drunk and then start talking about politics.
Oh, you could say that about video games too.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Video games start out fun.
What were you gonna ask me?
I don't know. How big's your penis?
It's above average.
All right, mine's not. Pot unites. We need a social network where people post their lows. I'm with Vlad. Like,
Oh yeah, bro.
Like, dude-
Like just all their fails. Then nobody could. You'd be like mud. Then nobody
No.
could like mud won't stick to you.
you need to have a social network where you can only post like divorce court, like screaming at each other. You know? Like,
Oh no, bro. I wouldn't watch that.
yeah. What are you talking about? People love drama. People love drama way more than they love peace.
I don't like that shit. I went over to my mom's house and my brother was watching like all these people get like arrested when they're like super blacked out drunk, and it made me super uncomfortable.
Well, you're an exception to the rule, but trust me, bad news travels faster than good news. And
Oh yeah,
unfortunately,
100%.
Unfortunately, we're just. I don't know why we're like that as humans, but it's like if you have a good meal at a restaurant, you tell like one person. If you have a bad meal at a restaurant, you tell like all of your coworkers and all your friends. You know, you have to let like everybody know.
It's so true.
It's just weird how it works like that. I have Discord, but damn, I can't use it for crap. Same with me. I'll get it figured out. I think I'm doing 2 Homebrew for Life videos right now. I'm really putting my bullshit time into this dark lager recipe. But I think I'm going to take like a week. Not that I just took like a month off. But, but I'm going to legitimately like sit down with Discord and figure out like how to have somebody on for 10 minutes, get them off, how to create like a start time for YouTube. Like, hey, we're at 6:00 because I know people do it, and like Flora does it. Flora Brewing. Do you follow her brew channel?
I've seen a couple videos, but pretty
Sir-
much just like you, Yeast and the Beast, the Brew Show. Everybody in here I follow mostly.
Appreciate that. But you'll like click on her video and she won't even be there. And it'll be like, hey, the video is going to be premiered in like 5 minutes. Like, I want to learn how to do that.
Oh yeah,
You know what
you
I'm
can
saying?
just do that. You can do that on YouTube where it says, "Oh, I'm gonna have a video tomorrow at this time," and then like it stays up until it starts.
You can do it through YouTube, but I run my stuff through Streamlabs. So there's like a couple more
Oh,
things I have to
okay.
figure out.
I got you.
Casey, your
There's-
audio's low. What about now? Here, I can turn down.
Somebody said that earlier to turn me down, maybe.
What about now? Kurt Pick. CP3. I quit computers when I had to learn to build a robot. C programming in Unix. That's that old school shit, man. I think Jonathan Elliott's probably a pretty brilliant dude. I think he's got the highest IQ in here.
Right on.
All right, Alex Daniel says our audio is better. Well, that's cool. I know how to figure that out on the fly. What's up, Reverend KY? What's up, you brunch?
We were talking about YouTube, and then you were gonna ask me, "Do you watch? Do I watch what?"
Bikini Car Wash 3.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. CH, I can send you some videos on how to reschedule through YouTube Streamlabs. I'm not watching those videos. He's good looking out, but all right, send me the videos. I don't I don't want to watch this 40-minute video on how to like set an alarm on YouTube for 10 minutes. Enzo, what's up, brunch? I saw Enzo last week. He sold me some hydrometer and hydrometer flasks. I quit because
Nice.
there was no chicks. Chicks don't dig computer programmers?
They probably do now.
Probably now. Back in the
Yeah.
day, you know, it was like the most uncool thing, but
Shit, if Zuckerberg can get a wife, anybody can do it.
everybody in Silicon Valley is making a ton of money. Enzo got a fake ID.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's 19.
You get it off the internet or what? I wish they had
Uh,
that shit when I was a kid.
I got mine off the internet when I was like 15, 16. It was a dude. We bought the hologram from. It was a New Jersey plate with a hologram and everything. And we had like 1 year. You're 36, right, Roswell's?
Mm-hmm.
There was like 1 year before they started doing like the black light and the scanning thing. We were actually able to buy beer at remember CVS? It used to be Long's before it was CVS.
Yeah.
and we just go to like the line, like try to find the cashier that didn't speak like a lick of English. Like you look at the guy that's like straight like from the Middle East, like cross-eyed, you're like, okay, this guy is our guy. He's going to sell us beer. Any Karen, any white person, any person wearing reading glasses, we are fucked. But we got to go down the line with this person that's just like broken English like a motherfucker, and this is our best bet that this fake ID from New Jersey is going to work at 15 years old.
I was
And it worked. And it worked a lot. And it worked a lot.
I was born in '84, so we just took like a little razor and then scratched the 4 into a 1.
Yeah, I remember those. It wasn't even a razor. You would take a pin, like the poke into drywall, and you could just poke through it, and you could make it an 8, a 4, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we just made the 4 into the 1, so.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Roz, I think we got a couple questions coming in. Oh, Reverend KY, fellow 1984 Brungy, the Chinese year of the rat. I don't know. I think I'm the year of the rat.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. It's supposed to be lucky in Chinese culture, but.
Do you feel lucky?
No.
Yeah, neither do I. Goose Fraba, dipping out later, you brunch. Roswell's have a good night. Later, Goose Fraba, he's a brunch. CH, have you ever tried a tilt? Any opinion on whether it's worth it? T-Man, I don't know what a tilt is. Can we Google it? Roswell's, what's a tilt?
No idea. Let's Google it.
Can you brew again, Roswell's? Because I know last time it was too cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house probably next weekend and brew.
Oh, it's a hydrometer. That's $150. This is no joke. Damn.
I was watching Short Circuit Brewing, and he had a hydrometer that you could use like really hot, like wort or whatever to.
Is that what it's? Oh, I'm super down with that because I always have to take it. I put it in the freezer.
It was It's like specially made for like that like heat temperature.
Brian's on it, man. Brian is like Johnny on the spot with new product.
Yeah.
$140 though. I mean, you could just take some wort, put it into a coffee mug, and then put it in your freezer for 5 minutes, stir it up, put it in a hydrometer, and then save the 140. It's a cool thing, though. Like, I get it. Dude, it doesn't even have reviews on Amazon. No, it's got 100 reviews on Amazon. Which isn't a lot.
No.
Usually there's thousands. It's got, like, the Wi-Fi smartphone connection. Yeah, I think it's cool. To answer Homeboy's question, yeah, if it works, I think it's rad. Tilt hydrometer, Matt Mustaine. Matt vouches. Okay, this is why it's a community. Nobody has, unless he's the salesman or the owner for it.
Yo, we got a shill.
I'll take a vouch. In here. Matt's got 2 of them. All right. Get them on sale all the time for $125. Shout out to Matt Mustaine. Okay, he's vouched for, who was the OP, the original poster? T-Man. T-Man, you see that? Matt's your vouch. I'm still on the shit that Enzo sells me train. The tilt can be paired with Brewfather app to automatically update gravity readings and temperature. That's awesome. That's like too much technology for me. Like homebrew for life, you think I would have like the $5,000 fermenter and stuff like that. I am as DIY cheap. The less electricities or batteries or pumps or switches or on or off, the more I think I'm going to enjoy a brew day. But hey, there's 10 ways to skin a cat. Talk to 10 different chefs. They're going to have 10 different ways. Not my cup of tea, this tilt thing. But if it works and people are stoked with it, then buy it if you're in the market for it. Get a tilt and a pump. Elementary. Should we get elementary on too, Roswell's? Pop in for a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. How do we do elementary? Do you have Discord? I think I already have them on there. Where's my Discord? Open Sesame. My account, streaming able. All right, who do we have on here? We've got the Brew Show, Goose Fraba, Meso Things, DeCastro Funk, Bodine's Brews, Burn Dog, Alex Daniels, Portly Gentleman, Trev Goldie, Genius, Roswell's, Alvarado Bruco, Delonius, Short Circuited, Lex Steele, Matt Giovanni, that's Barrage Cabin. No, I don't think we have Ryan's Cavern. I do not think we have Elementary yet. John McLaughlin, what's up, Brunch? No Discord for Elementary yet, but it's all good. We're chilling. We're still just drinking beers. It's literally just a download, and your username is like your 4-digit PIN number, right, Roswell's? Do you know your 4?
Yeah, you gotta have the name and the numbers though too.
You have a name, then you have like a hashed, an ampersand, like 0. I think CH underscore.
It's just a number sign.
Number sign 0868 or something. It's kind of weird, but again, give me another week and I'll figure all this out. But I'm stoked to have Brian on. Brian's gonna come on. Brian, I got you down just to confirm. I'm gonna pull up the calendar. Yeah. I'm getting a little loosey goosey.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
Yeah. Can you get polliners out in your neck of the nape?
No, bro, that stuff's pretty hard to get. Like anything like super. And if you do get it, it'll be like a year old by the time you find
Do
it.
you like the Elton John song Rocket Man?
Right. It's not even worth it at that point. It's probably like
Yeah.
so many middlemen and been in so many window seals.
Well, and it'll just sit in
Wow.
in the fridge, and nobody will buy it.
Right.
Like everybody
Wow.
just drinks like Bud Light, shit like that for the most part. I mean, there is people that drink craft, but
I mean, what do you have out there? You have like Stone and Ballast Point and stuff?
yeah, we got Sculpin or not. Yeah, we have Ballast Point. We have Founders. We have what's the one in Bend, Oregon?
Deschutes.
Rogue. I don't know. So there's a lot more like local stuff popping up now that they changed the law.
What's the biggest brewery that distributes outside of the biggest microbrewery that distributes inside North Dakota?
Wow.
Probably Drecker. It's in Fargo, which is like 2 hours from here.
How's their beer?
It's fucking expensive, like $22 for a fucking 4-pack. It's crazy expensive.
That sucks.
Wow.
Yeah. They had some like milkshake IPAs that were pretty fucking good, but like I said, they'll sit because nobody buys that shit, so they'll just sit there and they get old and then they taste like shit.
Is it tougher to get beers where it's cold just because distribution, as far as like?
I think it's just the middle of nowhere and nobody like the sales, you know what I mean? Like they have like towers of fucking Budweiser in every liquor store, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's not like roads aren't closed, right? Like the driver can always still
you go to even Fargo, which is 2 hours away, or Minneapolis. I mean, they're still kind of in the middle of nowhere, but they have craft beer drinkers, you know.
Sure. Sorry, really quick. Brian is coming on Sunday the 28th. Hopefully, yes, that is this Sunday. Brian confirming with Elementary Brewing. And then hopefully maybe the 31st we can get him on the broadcast. Or the happy hour. We could figure out Discord by then.
I don't know how to add people to this call.
You would just have to add him as a friend first, right?
I don't know. Like, can I add? Because East and the Beast keeps on. I wonder if I invite to server.
I got it. This is probably going to be my last beer, but I'm down to
Right
party.
on.
Yeah,
Right
I got this.
I'm totally fine with that.
He
just kept on asking, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to turn this into a thing where it's like an hour. I could talk about like, we get the Homebrew for Life questions, the things that I thought were important, how to get into the beer industry, myths. That I'm just kind of playing off. All right, new subscriber, Ballot Miklos. Cheers, brunch. We're playing off pretty much the Brew Show's video. But after that, like, I don't know what to say. I just want to have people kind of like come and go, or have 2 or 3 people on, or just, I don't know, treat it like a failed sports show or something. Shit, man.
Weekly podcast.
Yeah. Like I'll just be playing, Final Fantasy VII remake in the background, and people would just be going at it, and I'll just be hitting these buttons like, wow, that and this.
Come here! Get
Back
over
off,
here!
poor child, seriously.
What? What do you want me to
Back off, poor
say?
child, seriously.
We've only just begun. But no, I mean, I literally need just a week off and just to like probably play video games on Streamlabs and figure all like the Discord Streamlabs shit out because it's a completely different beast. And I've been saying this for months now. I've been doing this for months now. You're doing great, just winging it. Shout out to Reverend KY Jelly. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, you brunch.
Come here!
Wife's at work and I need friends. That's what beer is for and what we are for.
Get over here!
Delonius, I'll shoot the breeze for a bit if you're down. Craig Winters, man. Cheers, brunch. Hey, there he is.
10 bones.
10 bones, man. Cheers to Greg Winters. He's out there. Shit, man. Does that mean one more Bronson?
Might as well. I still got a little whiskey left.
You're drinking whiskey? Is that how you stay warm
Yeah.
out there?
That's all I had. I was gonna get some beer, but
I mean, are you
I
personally
decided not to.
forced to drink Budweiser and shit?
no, I get Sierra Nevada pretty much. That's pretty much what the pale ale is what I drink all the time because it's fresh.
That's
Like,
one of
that
my
shit's
favorite beers.
It's always like they must like be like hardcore on the distributor about having like fresh beer because fucking it's always fresh. It's nice. So that's pretty much what I get most of the time.
Do you
I'll
think,
get some local stuff too, but
do you think it still comes from Sierra Nevada, Chico, Butte, California? Or do you think there's like a closer factory
Yeah.
to you?
I'm sure.
You're sure what?
I'm sure it still comes from that same brewery.
They're just on it. There's just their distribution is just like no downtime, just beeline.
Yeah.
No.
I haven't checked the Ballast Point stuff lately. Isn't that all by InBev though?
Ballast Point is Constellation. I don't know. They always buy and
Oh, that's
sell
right,
and buy and
that's right,
sell.
that's
Ballast
right.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought in Ballast Point in a long time. And like, I don't know. I just know Sierra's always fresh and they got like that printed right on the box. You don't have to like search around and
No.
look for where the brew on date is.
No, and to answer John Elliott's question, Sierra Nevada, you live in a beer mecca state. Sierra Nevada is your go-to. The thing about Sierra Nevada is that Sierra Nevada and Lagunitas will always have like a place in my heart because like what Roswell was talking about, when beer got too dumb, when he's talking about, what was it called? Decker and Fargo? Rescher? What's your number one brewery out there? Drecker. So back in the day when the San Diego brew scene was killing it, like it was exactly like that. You'd have a 4-pack for like $20 or $18 or $25. But Sierra Nevada's always been great, and they always had like the 6-pack still for like $9.99. And when the craft beer hunting thing kind of came to like a decline, you know, people aren't collecting beers the way they used to because there's just too many. There's just too much beer. It ultimately like killed itself, but it made like Sierra Nevada and Lagunitas stronger. They never tried to compete with like that $20 6-pack market. They were just like, this is us. We've always been doing this. They're from California. They've always had great tasting beer, Sierra Nevada and Lagunitas. And I'll always be owed to them, both of them, Sierra Nevada and Lagunitas, Northern California. I used to go to college up there. And so you get the Pale. The Pale is Sierra Nevada's flagship. Do you get the IPA, the Torpedo?
Yeah, there's torpedoes.
Right, if they're gonna.
Well, the nice thing is too is like I'll like every other week I'll go there. It'll be on sale for like $12, a 12-pack.
A 12-pack.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's cheaper than I get it, and I live in the state that it's made in.
It's usually like $16, like $16.99, and they always have like every 2 weeks they have it on. That's how they probably keep it fresh.
Torpedo is great. Torpedo is an amazing beer. The only beer I didn't really like was like their little pink beer, like the some kind of sour type beer when they're trying to compete in the sour market, just because, you know, I think the sour beer market's kind of a thing in the past. But
Yeah, I think it's kind of dying out too.
well, everything now is just like low percent anything. Hard kombucha, white claw, seltzer, coffee, pilsners, everything's like 4% now. Maybe it was that, but I think you're right. I just don't think that sours were as big as they were like 3-4 years ago. I still love sours. I love sours.
I used to drink them all the time, but now I'm mostly either Sierras or there's this North Dakota Pilsner made out of Minnesota that's pretty good. Dakota Soul.
Do you have that Southern twang in you?
Me?
Did it just come out? Don't you know?
Maybe a little bit.
Fargo. William H. Macy.
Get over here!
Oh yeah, sure, you betcha.
Don't you know? Don't you know? You betcha. Arby's. Arby's, don't you know? Are you just burned out on Budweiser? Can you still drink the stuff?
I get Coors Original if I'm gonna do like a domestic like that.
Banquet beer guy. Beer guy. Well,
what about you? You drink anything like that or no?
Again, I hate beer snobs. Dude, to be honest with you, I think my favorite beer, if I was stuck on an island, you get one band, one beer, and one show.
Ugh.
My band would be probably Nobu Uematsu or Beethoven. You know, everyone's got like their favorite bands, like The Clash and punk rock.
Yeah.
But you're gonna burn yourself out on them really fast. I'd probably have like Beethoven or something classical, or I like Nobu Uematsu. He makes all the video game music for Final Fantasy. Show probably be The Sopranos. I could probably watch that over and over. Maybe Breaking Bad, and then beer would probably be Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Ugh, that's tough. I fuck with classical. I'd probably do chopping.
Okay.
And then beer. Shit, I don't know.
Natural Light, the black can.
Hams maybe.
Oh, really?
From the land of sky blue waters.
I get them confused with Olympia. Which is the one out of Washington?
Hams is from Minnesota. I don't know where that.
Okay, Olympia is Pacific Northwest then. It's got to be.
And then show. Fuck, bro. MXC.
Oh yeah, Gila Douche.
Yeah, I can.
Right, you are.
MXC all day long.
Right, you are, Roswell's. Hi, I do kickflip in Johnny Knoxville's face. Hi, ha ha ha. Right, you are.
Kenny Blankenship, bro.
Right, you are. MXN. I dig it, dude. MXC.
Wow.
MXN's the Mexican food.
I don't know what kind of beer I'd like really do. Like, fuck.
You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it after month one. It's gonna be the fucking. You're just gonna be drinking ocean water. Ha ha ha! Right, you are.
If I could bring some weed, it'd be cool though.
That's the sound clip I need. Is Gila Douche.
Come here!
Gila Douche IPA.
Yeah. It's so good, bro.
All right, should we do one more beer?
Let's go.
Hi, I like to do backflip on my vagina. All right, hi, I eat applesauce in the dark. All right, hee.
Come here!
So what's the deal with that show? It was like an actual like Japanese game show, and then Americans bought the rights to it and just did voiceover.
Yeah, like in the 80s or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ha! I like to do backflip on apple pie. Then they just eat shit on like the first step into like a pond.
Yeah. There's a show or there's a channel, like a app you can download that has it all. I don't know if it's Crackle or Tubi, but it has all the MXCs on there.
What was the television channel that bought the rights to that growing up? Like WGN?
It was Spike. Spike I'm pretty
TV?
sure. Yeah. Which is Paramount now.
Crazy you know that.
Bro, fucking.
Ha! Right, you are. All right, hold it down, bro. Right, you are. Every time you say, imagine saying something and then somebody that's with you just says, "Right, you are," after everything you say. Right, you are. I'm gonna do it to you now.
Come here!
Did I not say Spike? Did I say something else?
I don't know. Did someone call you out? Oh, it's Spike.
Get
Yeah.
over here!
All right, one more, Bronson.
Yeah.
All right, hold it down. You hold it down.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Questions.
Somebody asked me something earlier that Oh, somebody said that they were at a brewery in North Dakota. They said it was bear. That is the truest statement ever. Whoever said that. Josh or somebody. Yeah, old Spike, bro. Wasn't the man show on Spike? Oh yeah, sure you betcha. Oh yeah, don't you know? I think like 6 in my city. 6 breweries probably. Yeah, I heard about HomebrewCon. I ain't going to California. California will probably start charging wealth taxes even if you just visit there on vacation.
One second. Hold it down, Brush.
Oh, we got a population of almost 700,000 people. There is 100,000 in like my metro area. Drink and drive. That's what everybody does in North Dakota. I don't know, hunting, fishing. Yeah, Drecker, see? Yeah, that's the place that does. Sounds good, bro. Sorry for you. Yeah, people still say that. And I don't even like argue with it. It gets so cold here, it's trash. Cow tipping, true. I don't know anybody that's ever really went cow tipping in my life. I don't know, mostly just drink like we've been drinking since we were like 15 years old, basically. Snowmobiling's been trash. There hasn't been like any snow like the last 3 years. Other than that, it's fucking awesome. That's like one of the most fun things to do. Ice fishing's all right. I don't know.
Shout out to Meso. Meso Things. New YouTube channel. We're going to do 2 more. That's the deal. Brunch. Wells. Fill up that whiskey.
Good. I'm gonna go get a little more ice. Be right back.
Crazy. Do it, Brosh. Oh, Blazer fan. Visited North Dakota from Winnipeg when I was up there. I would love to go to Canada. I would love to go to Winnipeg. Where's the best place to eat fish, sushi in Canada? Probably Montreal, Winnipeg or something. Really quick, shout out to Greg Winters. He's the Brosh. He's been around for a little bit. Appreciate that donation, man. That is not going to go unnoticed, and that's going to buy beers for next Wednesday. Let me go back to him. He gave me the little super pair. Shout out to Greg. We've done a beer trade before. He's the Brosh out there. I believe in Michigan, Missouri. Am I? I don't know. Cheers. Thank you, Greg. Oh, I want to go to Vancouver. We were all supposed to go to Vancouver before COVID. We were actually going to book it and shit.
Who said that they went to North Dakota from Winnipeg?
There he is. Greg, what's up, man? Cheers, brunch.
Cool story. I watched Gretzky play in Winnipeg.
For who?
Get over here!
When Gretzky?
He was on the Islanders or the Rangers?
Gretzky was on the LA Kings.
Yeah, but before that.
He was played for the Oilers.
Who's what? Edmonton?
Yeah, Edmonton Oilers. I watched him play against Winnipeg. When he played for the Kings.
He's like the Babe Ruth of the sport, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
For
well,
sure.
Gordie Howe is probably the Babe Ruth of the sport.
Wow.
But Wayne Gretzky is probably like Mickey Mantle.
Got it. Duly noted. John McLaughlin, where's the best place to eat sushi in Oceanside? We went to Harney last Saturday. It was pretty good. They're all good. They're all kind of the same, and they're all good. Harney's good. Blue Ocean's good if they'll let you inside.
Wow.
I know they're doing the
James Marshall.
who's that? I know that
That's the
they're
guy who said from Winnipeg.
oh.
Wow.
Blue Ocean. That's kind of it. A lot of Asian places actually went out of business in COVID. They had a bad rap. Vlad the Impaler,
that sucks.
he knows Harney. Vlad, where do you live? We're like neighbors.
Come here! Get over here! Come here!
Where's Hooked On?
Hooked on phonics?
Hooked On Sushi. Hooked On. I don't know. What time is it your time, Roswell's?
10:53.
You're only 2 hours ahead?
Oh yeah, bro.
You're pretty close to the cutoff, huh?
Yeah, Minnesota somewhere.
That's 3 hours? Does it go more than 3 hours? Like out in Maine
No,
and stuff?
East Coast.
Maine still like New York time?
Yep. That's
right.
all East Coast.
Well, now we know.
Come here!
Back off, war child, seriously.
What do you play on Super Nintendo or what?
Yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy 6 right now. Or it's Final Fantasy 3 in North America. I'm going to play it like for 3 hours after this too. My chick's in the shower right now though.
Well, you might as well just stay on
I got another beer.
Discord. Might as well stay on Discord and we'll talk while you play that game.
I don't. It's in the living room. My computer's in the office. But it'll happen. It'll get there one of these days. I want to game with you and Delonius. How's California tourism right now? Probably bad. I don't think anybody's getting on airplanes. I don't think people want to deal with the hassle of it, wearing a mask the whole fucking time. Sounds like hell. I wouldn't get on an airplane. I would just go on vacation. I would just go to like Catalina or LA or Airbnb, somewhere I could just drive and not have to deal with any of that shit. I need a new car. I want a brand new Tacoma, but it's never going to happen.
The Pro TDF or what?
TRD?
Yeah, the TRD.
I wouldn't get a brand new one. I'd get a couple years old, but the word's out on Tacoma. It's been out for the last 20 years. Even if you buy one like 5 years old, it's still going to be like $25,000.
Hell yeah, I want to move to Miami.
I'm in Miami, trick. I want to move to Oregon. I'm going to move to Mexico. I'm going to move to Mexico with Hell Brews. Hell Brews has a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, and it's $400.
Doesn't he live like pretty close to Cancun or some shit?
He lives pretty close to Central America.
Okay.
Yeah. Later, elementary. Later, Brian. I'll talk to you next Sunday, Broch. Yeah, I'll talk to you this Sunday, the 28th.
How hot does it get down there?
In Mexico? Shit, the
Yeah,
hotter the better, man. If you're by the ocean, if you're by the beach, because you get the breeze and the water. Jonathan Elliott, where in Mexico, Jonathan? I need to know this because I'm gonna. I'm down. I'm telling you, my only goal in life is to die in Mexico. That's all. That's it. It's not fucking not gonna be in California, man.
Tennessee, South Dakota.
It's not gonna be in California.
Tennessee has the best taxes in the whole United States.
The best what? Property tax?
Like all their taxes are like crazy low right now.
Right, but someone's got to compensate for it. Like if they don't hit you on like the sales tax, they hit you on like something else.
Oh, if they have like a lot of if they have like more commerce from people moving there, then they don't need to raise taxes or like pick it up somewhere else.
That's a good point. They just have more money coming in. They just got more money, right?
And everybody's moving there. Everybody's moving to like Texas, Tennessee, and Florida.
Joe Rogan. Wait, John, where Puebla is the city in Mexico? Let's look this up. Puebla, Mexico. Okay, let's check this out. We're pulling this up, and it is it's beautiful.
Pretty close to Mexico City.
Yeah, a little bit east. You know what? You're pretty damn close to Hellbrews. Hellbrews is in Tabasco. Zoom out a little bit. I think he's in. Yeah, man. See, where's Homeboy? Where's Okay, so Jorge is in Puerto Rico, but he's got to deal with the hurricanes and all that shit, man. Who can fucking deal with that year round? Damn, it goes on forever, man. Look at all these little islands down here. Barbados, Grenada, Dominica, Guadalupe, Anguilla,
Anguilla?
and Guinea Pig. Cuba's the big one. Damn, look at the Cayman Islands. Look at how small they are. Good
The Cayman
Lord.
Islands are like a foot over the sea level.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They
it's
get-
like the lowest like shit ever.
They get rocked by everything?
I think they're kind of blocked mostly by
Yeah,
like
they've-
big hurricanes and
yeah,
shit because
they're
in the middle of everything. I
they're
don't
in, like,
think
the lake.
They have gotten hurricanes, but it's not as bad because they're blocked from all the land
Cuba's
masses.
like their left guard, like their
Mm-hmm.
tackle that pulls, and then Haiti
Well,
on the
even
other.
Jamaica too, like all
Right.
that shit's just
And it's got to kind of get in here from. It's got kind of this weird tunnel because like Venezuela is down here in Colombia, but the hurricane's got to take like kind of a wild kind of like horseshoe fish hook to get in here. That's why it works. Cayman Islands is pretty popular. I know a lot of people that have been here.
yeah. The taxes there are dope as shit.
What do you mean?
They have like no income tax, like no capital gains tax. I don't think the property tax is very high.
Is it U.S. territory?
No.
No. Well, I know Puerto Rico is.
Yeah. So is the U.S. Virgin Islands. You can actually go to Puerto Rico right now and still keep your United States passport. And like as long as you move your entire business there, you don't have to pay like federal income tax. You only pay like it's like 5% or 10% or some shit in Puerto Rico.
I've been to Puerto Rico. I loved it.
And then you can still live in the United States like 5 months out of the year. As long as you live in Puerto Rico for 6 months and like move your business, move all your banking and move all that shit, you don't have to pay like federal income tax, but you get to keep your United States citizenship
Yeah,
and the passport.
I gotta get out of here, dude. It's too expensive.
Oh, California? Or
I can't do another.
the whole U.S.?
I can't do another election year in California. They're just like shutting every business down for like.
I think Washington has pretty low state income tax or none at all. I don't know
Washington-
if they're going to change that.
Washington's even gnarlier though. That was Peter's whole thing from Genius. He was like, you know, his state's very blue, and they shut his businesses down. He lost all this money. But
Yeah,
then
that sucks.
But
bro.
then he could go a mile across the border to Idaho,
Yeah.
and everyone's like making a ton of money, and nothing shut down and stuff like that. And it's just like, I think how strong media is. Every election year, there's going to be like something gnarly like that now. But whatever. All right, Roswell's. This is the nightcap. We're going to do 20 more for Delonius.
Yeah, 5 more.
5 more is right.
Wow.
No, I got to go on a vacation. I got to do something. I got to get out of here. I don't do anything. I'm just cooped up editing videos all day. Cayman Islands. So Cancun. Okay, Cancun is on the.
You going to renounce your U.S. citizenship if you move or what?
What do you mean by that? You have to lose
If you
it?
don't, you still got to pay U.S. taxes. Like, you can move to any country you want, but you still got to pay U.S. taxes.
Or you lose your citizenship?
Well, you can renounce it. Well, no, you go to fucking whatever. The IRS fucks your whole entire life up if you don't pay taxes.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, like if you're gonna still be a U.S. citizen, you might as well stay here and just move to a no income tax state that like keeps businesses open. Because you can move to any country you want, but you still have to pay U.S. taxes.
What do you mean?
Like, if you move to another country and, like, you just live there all the time, like, you still have to send whatever you would owe in taxes to the U.S.
So you pay double the taxes? You'd pay taxes in like where you currently
Well,
live?
if you moved, what's it called? If you moved to the Cayman Islands, you wouldn't really pay any taxes
Crazy.
on money earned, though. What are you saying? Yeah, on money earned, all your profit's taxed.
Interesting. I don't know. Let's get
What
back
do you mean you don't know?
I just don't know. I know nothing about like.
No, that's how it works. Like, if you go move to Europe and like live there, you still got to pay taxes in the United States.
What about all the expats? What about the people that like moved to Costa Rica and stuff?
They probably renounce their U.S. citizenship.
That means you what? Give it up?
Yeah, you can't ever get it back.
But they come back. I actually know people that go back and forth.
Then they probably don't pay that much taxes down in Costa Rica.
I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting conversation.
Get paid in cash. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Jonathan Elliott, keep it separate. Federal
Yeah,
income
well,
tax.
You can do that, but it's
The worldwide income is subject to U.S.
Yeah.
income tax. The worldwide.
that's exactly right.
Your worldwide income is subject to U.S. income tax, regardless of where you reside. Expats pay taxes. So more often than not, expats are like pretty well off. You can't just like move away and like be a bum. Like these people are just probably on like permanent vacation.
I'm sure there's some kind of loophole or some shit that you can do, but I don't know. I ain't fucking with the IRS, bro.
Fair enough. All right, we're coming down to the wire. Does anyone have anything to say or do or come clean?
Come here!
Wow.
Anybody want to tell us how they're hiding their taxes and not fucking paying them?
Yeah. Anybody want to come out of the closet right now in the comment section?
Get over here!
Set up a permanent residence in a no-tax state and then live wherever you want. Sounds like Vlad's fucking onto something. You see that, Roswell's?
Yeah.
How does that logic check out? I know nothing about this stuff.
I don't know. It's not something I'm going to do.
Epstein Island still for sale or to Disney?
I don't know, like, what country would you want to go live in, though?
Germany.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mexico. Pueblo with Jonathan Elliott.
Just Epstein
Do
Island.
you like the Elton John song Rocket Man?
Back off, war child, seriously.
What? What's going on?
What the fuck?
Well, it was a good stream. We're coming down to the wire. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you, Roswell. This is fun. We did 3 hours. We're going to do 3 hours every time from here on out.
Right on, man.
Are you going to play some Apex or what?
No, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just sit here.
Smoke some weed, go to bed?
No, I'll probably stay up for a while. A couple more hours.
Well, here's the punchline. Jonathan Elliott's wife is a citizen of Mexico, so he can go back and forth, right?
Yeah, but don't you still pay U.S. taxes?
Become a billionaire. Step 2. They don't ask anymore. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah. Well, once you're a billionaire, you can just get,
Right.
put it all into a foundation and be like, oh, it's
Dude, watch
helping the poor people, bro. Don't worry.
Did you watch that documentary on the parents that try to get their kids into Stanford and shit?
No, what was it on Netflix or what?
Yeah, it's good. That's exactly what they say they do. They say like these parents are such losers, dude. They'll pay like $1 million to get their shitty C student kid into like Stanford or Harvard, just because like the kids like don't even want to go to college. The kids are just like durr, but the parents are like Game of Thrones, reputation is everything. The kids are never gonna make $1 million in their lives. They've been rich their whole lives. They have nothing to. They're not like. Generally,
I thought that. What's that chick's name? What was that? The Full House?
Lori
That-
Loughlin. Right. but
That was her daughter's, right?
Yeah, but she was the poster
They-
child of it because she's Hollywood, and we have a fascination with watching Hollywood and watching people in Hollywood fail. But there's a lot of people that did that, and
Yeah,
not
I know,
only
but I'm just saying her daughters like started like social media influencing or some shit, and they were like making more, and they didn't even want to go to college. Is the fucked up shit about that?
that's exactly right. And her dad is like Massimo Versace.
Yeah, the
fucker.
clothing guy. Yeah.
Right. So her kid who's making, she's going like the Paris Hilton route. She, puts on makeup and vlogs and does all this shit. And she makes like $30,000 a month. And now her parents are like, you have to go to USC just because like we want you to go. And she's like, what? So the loophole is that the parents pay some like corrupt third party guy like $500,000.
A fixer.
Yeah, like he says he's like a college like SAT, ACT like coach or something.
A mentor type deal, yeah.
Right, but what they do is they'll go to like some shitty. It's not football because football has too much heat. Like if you got like a young Reggie Bush kid driving around like a brand new Hummer, it's going to attract too much attention. So here's what they do is they go to like the rowing team or the polo team or like the swim team or like the sailing, whatever team that like, Stanford has, yada, yada, yada.
Water polo.
Yeah, nobody knows about like anything on there. And they'll be like, hey, athletic director or coach, here's, $200,000. Can you get my kid in as like a walk-on, whatever, sailor, fencer, horse, equestrian or whatever. Some sport that gets like no publicity at all. It's the exact opposite of football or basketball. College basketball and football, those guys are like, televised and stuff. And, they're in the media. So they go to like the sailing coach and like, hey, here's like $100,000. Can you get the kid in? He'll write some bullshit. But the way they loophole it is they say they're giving it to like poor kids or like the underprivileged kids or something like that. Like that's like, and it's probably been going on forever. However long college has been going for. And the one that guy that got busted doesn't even matter. There's probably hundreds of that type of guy that's doing that. And at the end of the day, it's like, if I have a college and somebody wants to give me $500,000 donation to have their shitty kid come in and learn some like bullshit, I'm probably going to let you in. You know why? Because college is a for-profit business.
True.
And it's been going on like that since like the beginning of time. Oh, your kid's an idiot, but daddy's rich? Just donate a museum or a new like indoor rock climbing facility or something, But it's kind of whack because these kids have been, rich their whole lives and they're pretty much just like Instagram slave selfie people. And it's like, doesn't matter if they have like the degree or not. They're not going to like take over the world. They're not going to like become entrepreneurs. That stuff comes from like being poor and being angry and like, like I want to get out of this life that I'm in. Once you've had it your whole life as a kid, it's like, it's pretty rare that you're going to like be a doctor or a lawyer. It's all like
kids want to be YouTubers now.
Yeah. So that was the thing. Like Lori Loughlin and Massimo's kid, like already pulled off like she's a gorgeous looking girl. If you're a gorgeous looking young girl, you're pretty much a superhero, like you're young and you're drop dead gorgeous, right? Like you're 0.0001% of the human species. So she pulled the YouTube thing off, which is impossible. I can't put on makeup or, hey, today I'm going to go to the gym and I'm driving in a car. It's like, I have to be making tutorials for people to actually care. I actually have to like show people how to do something that I've known through my fuck ups. But she pulled it off and her parents were like, no, we want you to go to USC. Like it had to be USC. It couldn't be like Santa Monica Junior College. It has to be like the most prestigious school ever because the parents in their sick and twisted mind, they
want to go brag to their friends that their kid's at USC.
Not only that, but they didn't go to college. So how do you like live vicariously? You put your kid through the college that you wanted to go to and now you feel better about yourself.
Is that what they said?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the parents. It's all like they never went to college, so now they want to like. Reverend, thanks for the donation brunch. Much love, Rev. No, it's all like the parents that like will do anything to put their kids through school, but it's secretly kind of like this internal thing that the parents never did. And they go to all these parties and these cocktail parties, and these guys are like, "Oh, I'm from Georgetown, I'm from Harvard, I'm from Yale, I'm from this," and it's like they like are left out. They want to be in that social circle, but they're too old. So what do? They'll do anything it takes to put their kids through it, to bragging rights. It's fucking crazy. It's a really good documentary. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Shout out to Reverend. So check that out. We're gonna get out of here. Roswell's, thanks again, Braj.
Yep. Later, man.
Is that it? Are you out of here?
I don't know. I thought you were leaving. You staying? What's going on?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were just gonna like, all right, click, hang it up. All right, everybody, we're out of here. Thank you so much for being here. Reverend, thank you so much. Greg Winters, Jonathan Elliott, everybody that donated, Yeast and the Beast, much love. We'll be back. OSU cost me $13,000 as a junior. The next year was $22,000. OSU, is that Oregon State University? We got a beaver in the house. I went to film school, have no content online. School's a joke. Learning isn't. School's up to anybody at this point. Like, YouTube is the matrix. Do you really want to learn anything and put in a little bit of passion? It's there. You could do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. College is still hoard all this information and charge all these people. It's fucking insane to go to college at this age. But that's it. James Marshall, Jonathan Elliott. Thanks, guys. Everyone have a good night. Vladi and Pela. One more. NBC. Let's do it. We're going to come back from the All right.
Sure.
Let's get out of here. I love you guys, man. Everybody be good. Have a good Thursday. Ooh. Apricot sour. Meso, thank you for that. Thelonious, we're out of here. Everybody be good. Till next time. Till next Wednesday. Cheers to eating good and drinking good. And thanks for watching the Homebrew for Life video. Thanks, guys.